Hello, everyone. I'm Cody Stone with Random Encounter Productions. Your show is going to start in just a few minutes, but while I've got you alone, let me talk to you about how you can help us keep the dice rolling. You can join us over at patreon.com/random encounter productions. We have Patreon levels from the $1 to the $20 level. You get access to a lot of really cool things, Heroes of the Multiverse with digital artwork. We're going to be doing overland maps and dungeon maps throughout all of 2019. You also get early access to some of our GM tip videos and raw file footages. You can, at the $10 level, get a Twitch subscription. At the $5 level, you get access to our Discord where we all hang out. The characters write stories. All the wonderful players are great writers and artists, and it's just a wonderful community. We want you to be a part of that. So if you can help support us over there, it would mean the world to us. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription. It's really awesome. You just have to renew it every month. So if you choose to do that with us, that would be amazing. So thank you very much for that. Just remember to renew it every month. If you don't have Amazon Prime, if you can't patronize right now, there's a few ways you can still help the channel. That would mean the world to us. First of all, we're getting our YouTube channel up and running, youtube.com/random encounter productions. We're going to be doing exclusive shows over there, as well as our GM tips, really pushing to put out content on a daily basis. So please subscribe over there, hit the bell, hit the notification thing, share those videos, help us get the word out as much as possible, because we love doing these shows for you guys. We want to do them for everybody. So that would be wonderful. If you want to help us out in other free ways, we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, and we're on Facebook. All the links to those things are down below. So join us over there, subscribe, share, follow, all of that classic stuff. And we really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We love doing this, and we love doing it for you, with you, and all of those things. So we will see you soon.
Yes, it is. It is, in fact. Oh my god. It's a ship. I wanted this my whole life. Oh no. Look at the trash cans. They're so needy. Everything's fine. I'm okay. I just really like it. Everything's okay.
He built it. I'm taking video of someone who's going for the first time, and she's very emotional.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
I want to go touch all the things.
Can we come this way, Caitlin?
Okay, can we touch everything?
Yes, we can.
Please.
Right up this way.
I want to touch all the things.
Chapter 2.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Noah playing Credo, the half-orc drunken master monk.
Trevor playing Ruben, the Human College of Whispers bard.
Hey, I'm Mars. I'm playing Mac, the Warforged Eldritch Knight.
I'm Kez. I'm playing Cinder, the High Elf Alchemist.
What up? I'm Aubrey Faith. I am playing the Tabaxi Rogue Inquisitive.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm playing Rothgar Brittlethorn, the Dragonborn Barbarian Gentleman.
all right, guys.
Nerd.
So if you guys were still waiting on the money to come in for the Kickstarter, and then the exit survey will be going out for that. It is coming, so keep an eye out on that. You can do all your add-ons and all those fun things. So yeah, we've patches, lanyards, and some magnets. If they weren't included in your pledge level, those can be added on individually. That's also going to help us determine which magnets. I don't know. Don't ask me any questions. Don't believe anything I say. I'm not the right person to ask. But we've got that going on. This week we have more disasters on Wednesday. We've got Shadowrun on Friday and Gloomhaven on Saturday. We might be bringing in some new people for Gloomhaven because the Halloween season continues to eat our players. Kayla Wisser, who's usually a Gloomer with us, she gets to go to Hawaii, so don't feel too bad that she's not here because Hawaii, right? Yeah. Those are the fun things I've got going on. Also, if you're in the Orlando area, do check out some of our friends. A friend of the channel, Keith Traver, is understudying Macbeth over at the Orlando Shakes. So if we know that he's going to go on, we'll go ahead and put something out on the Discord and the social medias and all of that stuff. I think he's in the show normally anyway, but yeah, that's really awesome. And then Dana, who plays Mazort in our World of Warcraft campaign, she is working on the graphics, as well as Cassandra, who's the ring master for Phantasmagoria, right? That is opening this weekend, and then it tours around the Central Florida area. You can just Google Phantasmagoria and go to their website. You'll find all the dates for the showtimes on there. So a couple of good friends of ours that we're excited to get back to the table, but they're busy off doing fun things. So and I mean, like, Justin is a pirate in the Caribbean right now at night for Mickey's Not So Scary. They're just pirates in there with the animatronics. My goal, were I to have that job, would be to be so animatronic that that's what I want to do. I want to unsettle you with my animatronicness and be like, wait, was he? Did that?
Well, they never know.
Yeah. So, any other fun things you guys got going on right now? What do you got?
Small thing. So
Please.
on October 31st, Halloween night at the Plaza Live, the Rich Weirdos, Orlando's premiere
Yes.
Rocky Horror Picture Show Shadowcast, recently homeless as the tragedy of Universal kicking us out. But we are back on Halloween night at the Plaza Live. Great venue, great vibes.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Rocky Horror Picture Show, if you've never been and want to try it for the first time, come see Rich Weirdos. It's a great time.
Yeah. If that is the only way I have seen Rocky Horror, and they've always been a blast. So cool. I didn't realize that you guys had to move.
Yeah, no, about a year ago, the Universal AMC switched it into no longer an AMC. Now it's a Cinemark.
Oh.
And the Cinemark people said, hey, we know you guys like regularly sell out shows and like don't take any money from the tickets. We take all the money, but like screw you and get fucked. And we said, all right. So we haven't had like the regular shows like there was every other weekend forever.
Yeah.
For like 15 years.
Yeah.
Because Cinemark didn't like us as much as AMC did. So if anyone ever watches this and knows a theater that wants a Rocky Horror Shadowcast, like hit the weirdos up, I guess, because
Cool.
they are still looking for a home. Yeah, the director was like, yeah, I've been in correspondence with pretty much every theater in the Orlando area. Everyone either doesn't want us or doesn't want to buy the rights to the movie or doesn't want to pay it. Like, it's just
That's really unfortunate.
typical thing. But
Yeah.
if I'm here and they get a regular theater, I will let everybody know.
Cool. Yeah, please do. Please do. Anything else going on right now? Geekapella's on hiatus.
Yes,
as,
they are
As
at the
there are
moment.
no cons happening, but you can still find them on YouTube, I'm pretty sure.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Geekapella with 1P because we're so good we don't need both of them.
There you go. Cool, guys. Oh, Lance Orlando, please.
So, Lance Orlando, you guys may have heard me say this before. Mars and I here are both part of Lance Orlando. That stands for Live Action Novelty Combat Entertainment. And yes, you did hear that right. Combat. Basically, what you guys see we do here at the table by rolling dice, we actually do with swords, staves, spears, and various things. And we do have 2 shows coming up, one a little sooner rather than later. If you're going to Lady of the Lakes Renaissance Fair, we have Sons of Seton, where we will be doing a show there on the chessboard. And then a little later than that, we have at the Orlando Renaissance Fair, the Grimm Fairy Tales show, where we will be taking over the chessboard as well.
Very cool. A lot of really awesome stuff going on, guys.
Oh yeah, busy here.
This year.
Okay. Any other questions? Let's get into it. Our adventure takes place in and around the continent of Rotem. It is dominated by the Albrechtian Empire, whose emperor, Don Dorian of the Black Gem, leader of the Rockhawk Legion, the bringer of law and queller of chaos, has been replaced by a cabal of evil doppelgangers, aided by the lunacy, a celestial body of madness and imbalance. Recently, our heroes, members of a revolutionary organization dedicated to saving Rotem as a whole, have discovered that the Emperor is both within his body resides in the halls of Pandemonium, while his soulbound gem is within the maze, the private pocket dimension of the Lady of Pain, the only deity of sigil, mistress of blades. In an effort to curry favor with her, our heroes have traveled north into the heart of the empire itself, into a old frozen mountain range in the dead of winter, in search of the High House of Moons, the Observatory, an ancient resting place of the Lunarchy. Unable to pass through the mountains in the dead of winter, last week they decided to travel instead through the mountains. And rather than running into cave trolls, they ran into Daigor, the Fast One, an ancient silver dragon whose love of history has put him on a collision course with our group. Well, that makes it sound worse than it is. He actually had collected some trinkets and memorabilia, some tchotchkes from previous deeds of this organization, and has offered his aid in a limited capacity. His age precludes him from being terribly active outside of his domains, but he does help the group with some traveling. So, you guys have recently arrived outside the High House of the Moon. Hallian, Loethel, the last lunar kiss is with you. The observatory itself sits atop the highest mountain in this peak range. It is just above some low-lying cloud levels. Most of the valleys are either filled white with snow or thick with fog. You guys are deep in the second month of winter at this point. So, January. Not the Himalayas, more Alps, if that helps in any way. I don't. Yeah. The entrance to the observatory is, you can tell, one, mostly snowed over. Deep from within, it has not been tended to in probably centuries. The stones themselves have been eroded with wind and rain and weather. By the same token, there is sort of a grand gate that sits outside this walled off area on the southern face of the mountain. It protects you from most of the wind that comes buffeting through, but still different breezes and gusts whistle through the mountains, and they at times sound like a great crowd of people we might think of as a freight train, but your characters do not have that point of reference. The rest of the team that has been traveling with you guys have gone in search of Daigor. His the magic that he utilizes to transport you guys there is a point-to-point, essentially like a teleportation. Kind of stands you on a big disc, but instead of like a teleportation circle, there's like, oh, we're going to change dimension and pop up somewhere else. He just really moves that really fast. So he has to have like a line of sight on it. So you guys have popped up outside the area. He thought his disc was good. Snow happened. It took off down the mountain. And there went Daigor, and your other friends went to help. So you guys are welcome. I wrote you out for them. Daigor, our new favorite NPC. He is a happy buddy.
So very briefly, this was the adventure that happened after the dragon turtle ocean fight.
Correct.
Was this mountain thing? They met the dragon.
Yes.
Daigor.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And he got everyone to this mountain.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
Sorry.
No. You're good. So, to review, well, even though you just did that, you went across the water, you fought a dragon turtle, you kept going, you made it to land. Land was a bunch of mountains. You guys tried to go over the mountains. That did not work. Your survival rolls were terrible. 3 days wasted trying to go over the mountains. We have a Lord of the Rings moment. We decided to go through the mountains. Down through the mountains we go. You guys had seen some different races of people that were down there. An imperial tribe of dwarves and orcs. You hadn't run into, but you had seen the evidence of a haven of trolls. And then something else. They ended up coming across seeing the trolls had attempted to assault this dragon lair, and he just sort of burned them and left them outside in a warning. Cautiously, you go inside. You meet Daigor. He's actually a pretty cool dude. Very old, does a lot of smithing, does a lot of building. Very mercurial and gets bored with stuff pretty quick. He loves history. And after you guys have identified that your group was at certain recent major events like the burning of the Underdark or the Battle of the Empty Empire or the smiting of Arar Daco, he decides he's going to not just help you out, but also keep tabs on you. One of the things he did give you guys that it should be noted are the Daigor's third eye. They are small gems. You have to attune to them. They sit in the crux of your forehead, but they allow all of you to communicate via Rari's telepathic bond, which means it's what you want message to be, So you just think things. It's the thinky group chat spell, and it allows Dygor to see through the eye and observe history as it happens. So that magical item, there are 6 of them. So and any team that is up can attune to them. If you guys have the slots and would like to do so, you can do that now. You do not have to. Boom. You think about it for an hour. It sits on there.
Thinking I've done.
Well done, Rothgar.
I will also attune to it.
Me too.
Nice.
Kind of grab one of
How many?
those.
Like pop it on a small little
6.
plate. Pop.
Oh,
It's enough for a full party.
I don't know. We're all doing this then. Takes a swig.
There you go. Is anybody not attuned to it? Okay. So
Calibrating.
So the telepathy range is 30 feet.
Sick.
So is there anything else
I
you
just realized what this means.
What?
Oh, she's gonna hear you all the time.
You bet Credo's in the group chat dropping memes every day, every second.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do before attempting to breach this door?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to yell through the mental link. Oi, is anybody here? Can you hear me?
So loud.
Yes, we've all got you.
Oh,
Every one of us.
oh,
I imagine Tide's just like on all fours, like
like fully like Halloween catheter.
Do these things come with a mute button?
Oh,
It
sorry.
is just like the spell, so you can look it up and tell me. I have no idea.
Sorry, is this better?
much
Yeah.
better.
Perfect.
Much better.
Perfect.
Cool.
Oh yes.
This is so fucking cool. We can talk inside your head. Like, I'm talking and I'm not talking. Like I'm talking and I'm not talking at the same time.
Just talking, I think.
But like I'm not talking with my mouth. Whatever.
Still the same for us.
So, we're about to breach this door. We're
Yeah.
going through, and did we say that we knew what might be specifically on the other side?
We're getting to the point, right? We're getting to the fancy sword. That
The point. Yes, the
Yeah.
point. Yes,
Yeah,
we've
yeah, yeah,
finally
the
gotten
point.
to the point. Yes.
gotten to the place where the point's supposed to be. Wait, one person who I have to speak to without the mental link. Hal.
Yes,
When did you get here?
I've been going with you the whole time.
Wait, hold up. From the boat too. I didn't see you on the.
I was there.
It was. We had.
You was?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Shit.
How much
Sorry.
have you had from that?
You know. You know me. Yeah. Do you know lots about this sort of historical lunar-kiss stuff?
I know some about it. I haven't been to this particular place. It is one of the older temples of the Lunaki. It is. It was an ancient observatory used to track the moon cycles. It is where some of our greatest teachings were put down on paper.
Mm-hmm. Any idea what would be in there? How long it's been in disuse?
Honestly, probably 365 years. So
One for each day.
It's quite specific.
I'm not sure what we're going to find on the other side. It could be empty. It could be overrun with frost giants, perhaps. But genuinely have no way of knowing.
Well, I don't think. Mac, is there any infusions that you wanted to strive for?
I've
Oh.
listened to.
Cinder's the one who does the infusions.
Mac, why would I even ask you that then?
You know,
Thank you. Cinder. My apologies, sir.
Let's see. I have. Let's go for some enhanced defense on Let's see who's gonna run in there.
He's a bit. No, he's not going to run, but he's a bit squishy. Don't know if you've got something.
I do have 18 AC.
Oh, well, we've got
Not a
fewer
lot.
hit
Oh,
points.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
It's honestly higher than me. No, how you got higher
Are we
than me?
trying to be sneaky in there, or are we trying to just?
I mean, I feel like we always try it first, and then we only go to non-sneaky if we've got to, or halfway through and we decide, fuck it. You know?
I'm down for whatever.
I don't know. You're very good at being sneaky.
I am pretty good at being sneaky.
I can pass without trace us if we want to sneak in.
That's pretty smart.
I
But-
will enhance Rothgar's weapon.
Sick.
Let's enhance max defense. And I think I get 4 of these. If I remember
I've got
correctly.
16 AC and
Yeah.
98 hit points,
Yes.
if that's relevant.
You get to 4, yes.
We are learning a bit about the D&D Beyond as people have attempted to put their characters on that. So there will be lots of moments where we go, wait, what?
So
What's
that
going
gives me
on?
Plus what to? It gives me a +1 or +2.
I believe it's
enhanced.
+2 enhanced.
To
Yeah.
hit bonus and to damage bonus, right?
I'm at AC 25.
And
Ooh, a nice AC would be.
I'm at 16. What you at, Ty?
Your AC?
Yeah.
Like a 15.
so
Maybe make the kitty harder to hit.
let's make the kitty harder to hit, enhance defense. And
So
I'm
going up
at
to
14 armor
his-
class, so I'm going to have to enhance defense myself. Let's keep
Do it.
ourselves up.
Going up to a 17.
So,
Is that
like,
right?
so, like, in character, these are like different potions that you're brewing and giving to us.
Oh, yeah, that's like probably pulling out different little potions. Look at that one. Ooh, no. Hi, Jameson 1.0. Put that back in.
Oh God, fine, Jameson.
Oh, that reminds me. As she's pulling out various potions and things like that, I did manage to bring these 2 up. I left a couple with our compatriots who are now down the mountain. But we've got 2 of these, and she holds up a pair of potions of greater healing. So I'm gonna hold on to one just in case of anything, and I think the frailest of us besides myself would be you. So let's give you one.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Probably.
So if we need those,
last.
come to you.
I've also got who's good at throwing things into a mess?
Oh,
Throwing things in general.
I'm good at running into a mess.
Okay, what's the thing?
I have holds up alchemist fire.
Oh, shiny.
We don't know how dark it's going to be in there, and I know it's been kind of hard for Mac to see, although he's been working on his upgrades.
So
Well, I will say I
kind
can
of bring my head back,
see-
flip the helmet down, and now
well,
you
you
see
have
new
a
goggles
really
on.
good dex, don't you?
Sick.
Yeah.
Well,
Say,
I mean-
well, I can see in the dark pretty well, and I'm pretty dexterous as a cat.
I am not
Thing.
great at seeing in the dark, I think, or seeing in general.
Well, I like to think about these. If it's on fire, just hit it.
Also, I don't, just for reference, not trying to persuade you or anything, I just don't think the monk should hold some fire. I'm just going to say it. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, I do have a history with setting shit on fire, but it was
It's
for a
true.
very
I've been
important-
there.
It was a
I
very
saw it.
Okay, I was the only reason the stupid thing didn't teleport though.
Hands the cat 1 bottle
Thank
of alcohol, hands the monk a bottle of acid.
Okay, so what
You're
exactly?
getting acid.
Oh, okay.
Well, because you have all the booze. You see, if I give you the fire, that could be really bad.
Fair
Yes.
point. Fair point. Okay, so I just got a vial of acid.
Acid.
It will do some damage if I chuck it at people.
Well, yeah. I mean, look what
Sick.
happened when I hit that less than a warforged, like 1 step down. than a
Yeah, the
Warforged thing.
automaton.
Yeah, that.
The robot.
Yes.
Gold.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Is it especially good against certain things?
Well, acids, yeah. Like, if it's made up like metals and stones and things like that, acids are going to melt it. Or if it's made of bone and tissue, acids will melt that too.
Right. Sick. Thanks. Stow it. Okay, I have a cool idea about
So, big door.
big door.
Seen these before?
How big? Oh, you've seen a door before. Where at?
There's a big door in front of us.
Okay, how big is it?
I would say about giant size. To be honest, it is. They're grand, large doors. They are wood reinforced with iron, steel. They have sort of mural etchings of moons and phases on it in sort of a grand circle with many circles within circles, like it's wheels within wheels.
Oh,
Um,
we've done that already.
Indeed,
It's a really cool looking door.
it's a very cool
Like,
looking door.
That out of all the doors I've seen, and the other one you've seen besides this one, it's a pretty cool one.
At least top 10.
Yeah.
Hal,
I haven't seen that many.
is there a specific way via law that there's to open this door, or should I just start pushing?
He kind of looks over it. An outer gate like this, I don't believe has anything particularly special about it. Although I suspect it is a pull door.
Is there a place I can like find purchase?
Yeah, you kind of get up there, you brush off some of the snow that has really compacted
on,
down
yeah.
in there, and there are some handholds at varying heights. You can see that near the inner trim, there are different places where you can see the ones for like a smaller halfling or dwarf creature, and there you can see the indentations where they would be for larger creatures as well. So
Cool. So perhaps, hey Tide, I always see all these handholds. Do you want to investigate, see if it's stuck or locked or trapped before we?
Sure.
Sorry, Rothgar.
Oh wait.
Just to be safe. You never know with these things. Investigation?
mhm.
That's an 11.
You look over it. The snow is disrupting your ability to really dig through it, but you don't see
Actually, I
anything.
am so sorry. That is a 19.
Still, you brush the snow from your eyes and get a much better look at it, and you don't see anything that looks terribly dangerous or trap-like about it.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go. Hold the door open. Or attempt to hold the door open.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you make a check. We take a little bit of effort unsticking the door and the hinges, but between the six of you and Hal, you guys are going to master the door. You got it.
Sweet.
Yeah. My instinct is to be like, yeah, roll athletics. Like, eventually you're going to open the damn door. There's really no... That's just being pedantic at that point. When you open the door, it is a loud, grievous metal creak that echoes through the valley. You can stop when you start to hear that.
Immediately. Just stealthing, right? We wanted to do that.
Yeah,
Probably.
Ruben.
You, my friend.
I'm just gonna wait in the back. So, hang on. I'll kind of open up the pouch. Tosh, go with Rothgar. And a little owl's gonna kind of fly up and just land on your shoulder.
Very nice.
Ruben, you said you can cast Pass Without a Trace. What does that do exactly?
Makes us all quieter. You might say we could pass and not leave a trace.
Got it.
It's amazing. If you were to think of it conceptually, if you were to have to roll for a sort of a stealth thing,
Say
you
it
would
were up
just
to
add
chance.
10. If it were just up to chance, you would add 10 to whatever you hypothetically rolled.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
If there were such a thing
Such a
that
thing
were
that
done.
you could conceptualize, like trying to do something really hard, it's like rolling and dying.
Exactly.
You know, like a game. So okay,
But this isn't a game. This
This
is
is real life.
right. So he should do it, right? He should make us all very sneaky. I'm not that.
Is that the consensus? Is the
Yeah.
door open enough?
The
No,
door is partially open.
we just started opening.
You
it
just
up.
started opening it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe not yet.
No, my question is like, would doing it now make the whole process of opening the door quieter because we'd be super sneaky?
No,
about
it
doing
would be based
Probably
on
not.
you.
No.
Yeah.
Can't make the door
Any spells?
stealthier.
Well, I mean, you do music, don't you? Don't you have
Pretty.
Do you have anything to make
Right in
things
your
quiet?
face.
Any spells to make things silent?
I think I'm kind of the opposite of that.
Make things loud. Well, that's full
Felt.
on anyway.
We're not at that.
At this point, then I think
The only-
I'm going to slowly open the door, but just enough for willful Mac to get through, and then everyone else will be able to fit. And so just begin opening it to the point where it'll be wide enough that
Okay.
Mac can get
Yeah.
through.
A little longer of a pull.
I just feel like I'm Men in Black pulling the table.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's here.
The owl does. It goes ahead. You can fly through. You want to make perception checks?
Yes. So I'll just put my hands on, like once we're going through, just put my hand on Rothgar's shoulder to kind of guide me in,
Mhm.
sending Tosh out there. And for the owl, it's perception at advantage. Not 18, not 19. So that is a 22 total for him.
Nice. You can stay within his looking through his eyes up to how far?
He can go up to 100 feet away from me.
100 feet. Great. So for the next 100 feet, you stick with him, looking around. It is an empty courtyard with, you can tell that there are a number of like pillars or totems that are spread throughout the courtyard. They create this kind of foresty look or feel. You can see that many of those are etched as well, although it's pretty well caked over with snow at this point. Difficult to see the actual pieces. It is continuing in sort of this steep climb of stairs. You can see that it is about, from the front gate, it's about 300 feet to what looks like the observatory proper. It is a domed series of buildings that are all sort of attached together. Looks like there's a central main hub and then two that are on the southern side. And then there's two more that are kind of up into the mountain. And from that central hub, you can see, now that the gate's not in your way, now that the massive wall isn't there, you can see the roofs look, they're legit an observatory built into the top / side of this mountain. The dome of that center building is a head above the rest of the mountain.
Does any of the snow look disturbed in any way? Right? Maybe like something
No,
was dragged
I
through
will
or-
say it does look. I will say you see some. Looks mostly like wildlife. You see some like small, maybe goat or ram footprints.
Okay.
But nothing that catches your eye as being large or dangerous.
I have a silly question. Are we doing this like in the morning of the day? Wake up
What time would you like it to be?
I guess morning. We have a nice day to adventure.
Yeah.
A nice sun on the snow. So like we're tiptoeing in this door. It looks like empty, right? It's an empty courtyard. But hey, Mac, Owl doesn't see anything, does it?
Everything looks clear.
Brilliant. So we're just gonna run into this courtyard, try to climb one of the pillars, jump like between a couple of them, and then like grab one and slide down it so all the snow comes off and you can see the carvings.
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Right. D&D Beyond. Cool. That would be a 24.
A 24? Yeah, you do tremendously well. As you are running and sort of jumping up them, you can see that the statues, the pillars, are cylinders. They have when you sort of wind step off of one, it does the snow breaks and it does start to spin.
Cool.
And you can see that as it spins, these I'm going to call them spikes, but they are not sharp. These rods, better word, sort of at different intervals pop out and retract as it spins, and you scrape the snow off of one of them. And you, as a monk, recognize the carvings pretty straight away. These are training dummies, and they spin. They have sort of 3 sections, and the carvings on them are instructive tableaus of the forms intended to be practiced on this dummy. And you can see that as it would spin, the rod would jut out, intended to be dodged or blocked or spun the other way. And it is it's a fancy training dummy, essentially.
How many of them are there? How big are they?
Oh, how big are they? They're about the size of a heavy bag, right? So you can wrap your arms around them.
Very like Mulan.
Yeah. They're not massive logs, but so
How tall?
they are, well, the ones, they come in varying heights. It looks like the ones that are further up the mountain get bigger. And none of them seem smaller than like 5 foot. Most of them are about between 5 and 6 feet. And then there are a couple that are much bigger and fatter, which you suspect are for
Giant like.
not quite giant, but Goliath or larger. Nothing looks like it would be a good training dummy for a giant here.
Okay. So I'm gonna use the mental link to be like, "Oi, Tide, I found fun toys."
Toys?
Yeah, training.
Like with feathers and like jingles and like ding 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 ding.
Okay, they don't got jingles. They got fun bits to stick out. Come on.
Okay, I don't know how it can be that fun without jingles, but whatever.
You could
She'll
put
start
jingles on it,
to-
hypothetically.
She'll start to
We do
make her
all
way.
hear that though, right? It's
Yeah.
not just a
Yeah.
time. Or is it, can it go to single
Would
person?
one of you like to look up and tell us about Rary's telepathic bond?
I got it here.
How'd you spell
Okay,
rare?
Rarity's telepathic bond.
You forge a telepathic link among up to 8 willing creatures of your choice within range, psychically linking each creature to all of the others for the duration. Creatures with intelligence scores of 2 or less are not affected by this spell.
Oh, never mind.
Until the spell ends, the targets cannot communicate telepathically. No, sorry. Until the spell ends, the targets can communicate telepathically through the bond or not, whether they have a common language. The communication is possible over any distance, though it cannot extend through other planes of existence.
So it
But
doesn't
you had
say if
said
can
these were
do-
limited to 30 feet.
I understand now. So they are not limited to 30 feet. I'm going to limit them to 90. Okay. He, when he wrote it down, you have to be within 30 feet of each other when you cast.
Yeah, cast in time,
spell.
1 action, range area 30 feet. Okay.
That was the 30 feet.
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
so.
Okay.
As for the specifics of the party line, what do you guys want it to be?
I think it's more fun if
It's
we
more fun.
if
It's a
we
good
Yeah,
all
idea.
hear
just-
everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can, yes, you can all hear this.
Wait, toys.
Okay.
I-
Explanation. Lots of training dummies, different size, none for giants. From like, I don't know, dwarf to like Goliath size. But really cool. They're carved with shit and like they're fun to play with.
So what you mean is ancient artifacts of a bygone monk tradition and we're gonna hit them
Yeah, that's the
with
point.
the last surviving Lunicus just right here.
I mean, how? What do you think?
Sounds
He's
cooler
not
when
gonna
you
win.
say it.
Hey, your tradition
I'm
that's almost
just
dead, and
gonna
you're the
say
last
it.
one. We're gonna play on this stuff that's 300 years
It's
old.
for playing.
Sounds way less fun than jingles.
You stop speaking in your minds. You do start calling after Hal. He's well, you have gone off to the side to look at one of those. He's done a little bit of the same, but he's slightly further up the mountain. Not far, maybe 30 feet in front of you guys. And you can see him at one of the dummies, sort of brushing the snow off of it. What was it that you said to him?
What do you think? These are for training. These are for having fun with, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Sick. Yeah, just gonna like start like running past a lot of them and like pushing them as they all spin.
Okay.
And, like
Absolutely.
generally causing
Make
typical
an
Credo-
acrobatics check.
typical Credo chaos.
Sure.
Can I start,
Okay.
can I start taking notes on how these things work?
Sure.
Just-
Make an intelligence investigation check.
Okay.
So that'll be how you kind of figure out the mechanics of them and things like that.
Let's go to 16.
A 16. Okay. Yeah, you
That's a 12 total for me.
you get the basic idea. You have what I will say is you probably have like 2 or 3 ideas on how they work. You're not sure which one it is.
Gotcha.
But you could recreate one of these with varying degrees of success. There are options, right? You know a pillar, you know how to spin it,
Mhm.
right? You imagine that certain shaped gears, when it turns, it will force the rod out at a different point. How they time it and all that, you're not 100% on, but you've got an idea. Yeah, they're not terribly difficult. You take 3 points of bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage as
Full in the snow, roll down the mountain.
not quite. It's like, you're spinning one and you turn around and one of the rods just sort of bops you in the face. You're like, wait, whoa. And you're like,
Yeah.
that's
No, I think I like kind of on purpose when it happens, like full in the snow.
sure.
And
Go
just
for
look
it.
silly.
I go up to Hal and just go, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a long time since I've been in a temple.
And you said this one has been kind of deserted for about 300 odd years.
Well, when the Republic became an empire, it was not long after. The purging of the Lunicus was most of the event that caused that change.
Yes.
Lasted about a year. Some of the smaller or more remote temples held out a little longer. There were some secret ones, just similar to the one I trained in. But it's interesting to see something. I mean, I'd seen pictures, drawings
Yes.
of, and like he kind of moves over to one of them, and like this, and he kind of turns it back and forth slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Although I learned this form, but we never had one of these. It's interesting to see what things could have been like. And you see him sort of look past the dummies, and Rothgar, you notice him kind of smile, and he
Kind of see what he's looking at.
yeah, make a perception check.
Oh, that's not going to help. Yeah, and I believe that's going to be a cool 9.
There's an open area where there are no dummies, but you don't see what he's looking at. Like you're like, oh, it's just snow, buddy. And he starts walking over to that field with purpose. It's about 60 80 feet away, and he's kind of
I
marching
start
that way.
following.
I'll start following.
Yeah.
Stupid question. What does hell look like?
Oh, yeah,
It's been
I
a while.
like that.
So badass.
Yes.
Um,
May
it-
I please as well
yeah,
say
please.
that?
Yes.
We stand. We love him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
the
alive.
so I think
Daddiest daddy that
we did a bunch of there was a bunch of face claims and stuff on the Tumblr for him. The art that I pulled from him was from Innistrad. It is, can't remember the guy's name. Michael Comark art. He's my favorite. That guy, if you guys are familiar with Magic the Gathering. So yeah, he's an older gentleman. He has white hair. He wears silver armor and forearm bracers and some greaves over his boots with a long black coat. He has a long sword that he keeps at his side. The sides of his head have long since been shaved after he got out of jail, and his hair is all white except for a single like black streak that runs through it.
Fine.
Hmm?
I'm just saying he sounds like a very nice fellow.
Yes,
Daddy.
well done.
But sorry. No, like I think Credo would sort of definitely walk up to him as he's moving and say, "You said you learned that form, but like, how are you wearing armor and using big funny swords if you started with, the punchy stuff?" Multi-class. Have you heard of it?
My team, well, it was. It gets a bit obvious. He gets onto the field and he starts pulling off his jacket, and then his armor casts off. The breastplate does, and you guys see along his back there is a massive tattoo that covers the entirety of his back. Begins with sort of an earth and stone base, and this tree begins to grow up out of it, wrapped in the waves as the wind couches around the branches, and then up, creeping out of its top peaks. You can see it's not filled in, but it would be flames. Each of the elements of the moon, the one not filled in is you can piece together the test that he hasn't completed. As well, that's a bit obvious. And when you're a heretic, you find ways to hide yourself. Putting on armor was a decent way for me for a while.
It's pretty smart.
Well, that and my team really got tired of me disappearing, so they started making me wear it, and they enchanted it so they could find me. And he steps out onto the field, and
Shirtless.
as you guys have seen, you spent any amount of time around Hal. When he's talking to you, he does this little foot thing with usually one foot or another, making circles as though he's half dancing, half thinking. It's like a nervous habit that he has. And you see him step on the field and he starts brushing some of the snow off, and he gets in the middle, and in a much larger, deeper stance, he begins to do the same motions. And as he turns the stones, different pillars begin to creep up, and you realize he has his eyes closed. And as he does, he steps in sort of perfect time and balance to work this very small circle into a larger concentric one that sort of raises and lowers the pillars. And it's about 3 minutes. He gets through the whole thing.
I'm watching him. How close? Like, can I roll to see how closely I like remember what he does and like remember this cool form? Like, I'm just cool. Like, martial
Sure,
arts shit?
sure.
Perception. What is it?
Just to remember something.
Just, like,
Why
look
don't
at
you
it.
make an intelligence saving throw?
Alright.
Yeah.
20.
20. Nice. You let's see. You do, yeah, you're gonna remember, I'm gonna say like 90% of it. Yeah, there's a couple of moments where pillars kind of block your view, but it's easily done. Well done.
You see, I was going to do that, but I'm going to let him take care of it.
Yes, of
You
course.
know, it's respectful.
Indeed, he is more of a
He
connection.
looks like
than
he's
that.
working through something.
Exactly. Yes. Quite.
The circle brings him back to the starting point, and as it does, the rest of the pillars that are they've all now been raised and locked. You sort of hear a ka-thunk, and then they slowly descend, and then they continue to descend. He stays there, and when it lowers, it's the central pillar of a spiral staircase, and he it's a little weird. Hal's a very practical person, but you guys can clearly see like he can't help but be a little proud of himself in that moment. And he sort of walks over and he'll pick up the armor, carrying it the way. Have you ever seen a football player carry their pads by the neck? Right, it's kind of doing that. He goes, well, let's take a look.
That's bloody brilliant.
I appreciate it.
Like, okay. What comes in between like the right elbow slash and like the circle with the left foot? What comes like there's a pole I couldn't see.
He goes on to explain it to you as you guys are walking.
Sorry.
No. That's perfect. As you guys are walking down, it is dark. It is pitch black.
Whose shoulder can I hold on to? So I don't
Not
slip?
mine.
You can try mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I just hold on to two people.
Against
In front of them,
against
behind
each
me.
wall, just making sure
Yeah.
it's stabilizing as I go down.
Mm-hmm.
Probably can't see anything.
Should we have need
Actually-
some quick or
Dancing lights.
ah?
Nicely done.
Oh yes, much.
Should we have me because I'm quick or tired because she's quick and sneaky going ahead?
If you would like to, you can. I don't think this is where we actually need to go. I just
Oh.
got distracted. I'm sorry.
I mean, this is really freaking cool. So
Thank you. No, I think it's just right down here, and he's just hitting the bottom of the staircase at that point, and you guys see it's another practice room. This one it is bitter cold. At least up on the surface there's sun. This place hasn't seen light in a dog's age. And the dancing lights creep across the area. It is a stone floor, thin layer of sand, and along the walls there is a wide variety of weapons. not practice weapons. They are alive.
Hmm.
And along the walls behind them, you can see similar murals and forms laid out across them. And he sort of looks like this is what he expected. Many people would come to the Lunarchy for esoteric purposes, for inner peace or balance, or to find something that they lost. Everything practiced upstairs is a wonderful base, but not the most practical of applications. That's what these are. These were for the monks that lived here to defend themselves. There's an odd thing in many martial orders. True master only really has one pupil. You're essentially teaching somebody to kill you, replace you. So you never really teach anyone everything, except for one person. And usually by then you're dying already. It's a very cynical view of the world. But the Lunarchists were practical in that way. And he's kind of running his hand along some of the spears and staves. And there are swords. There's any weapon you can find in the PHB. There's at least 3 of them lined up on the wall here.
How much time are we spending down here?
Down so far, maybe 2-3 minutes, but you can spend as much as you like.
Yeah, I figured if we had the time, just pull out my little ritual book and start kind of just getting detect magic ready and just
Sure.
scanning around.
Absolutely. The room itself is magical. So 11 minutes later, the room itself is magical. It has a non-detect spell on it, and it does also have a mild evocation spell. You suspect it aids in the healing of those that are training down here, so that grievous injuries are survivable.
Yeah.
Things along those lines. But none of the weapons themselves, while well made, are magical. They do all, however, have a Lunarchist mark on them, and just for the rarity of that, could be worth money if you found the right buyer. Hal toys around with them for a few minutes while you're doing your spell, but once you're done, he'll head back to the stairs. If you want any of it, take it. Just leave one of each, if you don't mind.
I'd like to take.
Opens up bag of holding.
Okay. I'll take 2 short swords
Yeah.
for myself.
Absolutely.
You can have the 2 short swords.
You said every weapon in PHP is a sling.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, it's like a sling.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Full-on sling.
I'd be careful who you let see those, though.
Yes.
Understandable.
Yeah, when Hal was talking about like one master training one student and like effectively training someone to kill you, Credo's tearing up.
Yeah.
Like Credo's having an emotional moment here, and it's just like sipping.
Hal waits for you guys upstairs while you loot while you loot his ancient temple
With permission.
with permission. He did give you permission.
They're not using it.
By the time you make your way back to the top of the stairs, he has redonned the armor and the jacket, and you could tell like his lips were starting to get blue. Like he was he was cold, but he was not gonna let it show. No, the manliness of the last Lunarchus must not show the
She's just gonna look in her bag and pull out the booze. She's like, it's not magical, but it helps, and like hand it up to him.
Oh, what is it?
Just the booze that she's got.
Oh,
various different
sure.
types.
Yeah, he smells it and he'll take a nip off of it and give it back to you. Thank you. It's good.
Oh, thank you. It's the one I labeled.
That's good. Always appreciate that. If there's nothing else that you guys would like to explore here, as you look around the rest of the courtyard, you can see that there are small things, stables, any sort of forge, woodworking, leatherworking, those sorts of stations that they had are out here along the walls, past the dummies. So you're welcome to take a look at any of those if you would care to. But if not, Hal is waiting by the main door.
I'll take a pass of those.
Okay. Yeah, make an investigation check.
I did want to, once we get through his, let's see if they had any apothecaries or infirmaries.
Okay.
That is a 29.
Nicely done. Leatherworking, woodworking, these things, a lot of their stuff seems to be more for day-to-day life than it does for to sell or for functional warfare or anything along those lines. What you do find is that over in the blacksmithing shop, there is not the kiln. Near there, you find a sort of secret compartment, and there is a chunk of sort of black iron ore, or at least an unworked iron that is very rare. It's not something you're familiar with, and it looks like it could be the basis for a very good weapon.
I'll definitely hang on to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as for everything else for like the tools and stuff, it's like, well, I could probably build some later, but I'll actually go back with that in my hand, just kind of Hal. This was hidden over there. Do you know what metal this might be?
I'm not super good with metals. I'm sorry. I mean, if it was hidden, I'm sure it has some value. Famously, many Lunarchus items are rumored to be made of metal from this moon or that moon or something like that. But there's no real way to tell if it's accurate or not. I do know that back in the day, Lunarchus would hunt down any meteorites or stars that fell to heaven in hopes of acquiring interesting ores and things like that. But as far as what that actually is, I'm not sure. Sorry.
I'll experiment with it later. Just
bag. Sounds good. Please. If it's anything interesting, let me know. I'd be curious to find out.
Of course.
Yes.
Where was your master? Who taught you how to do, your stuff at the temple?
It wasn't so much a temple. It was more of a
place.
Yeah. His name was Kenneth. He's an interesting man. old elf, blind, ran an orphanage.
An orphanage.
Yeah.
You said, wait, sorry, what did you say about an orphanage? Like he ran an orphanage?
Yeah, he ran an orphanage.
Oh. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Mine was called Mira. Big, tough, old lady.
That's good.
It was for a while. Yeah, let's see what's on past here.
Let's do it. He's at the door to the observatory. Would you like to do your thing?
Which thing? There are many things. I've just
The
checked.
trap checking thing.
Yes,
You
I
do not-
also
you do
would
not
like to
have to.
just as an
Or did
other
you
thing,
have
you
another
said there were a
thing you
bunch of
wanted to?
little like stuffed things around.
Yeah.
Would there possibly be any like studded leather lying around that she could grab?
Oh, nothing that would have survived the
That's what I thought.
nothing that would have
No.
survived the elements.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the trap
I
checking
was also
thingy.
waiting
Also-
on the apothecary or
So outside, you do not see signs of an apothecary or healer station or anything like that. You suspect that maybe indoors in the observatory, you guys also don't see like living domiciles. Just from looking at your walk up, looks like the things that are on the outside here are outdoor work, right? Goat pens, ram pens, small garden, leatherworking, stuff like that.
so they don't necessarily have like a field medic clinic they would take you up to.
Right.
Would be their actual clinic.
Yeah, you would go back into the main building, essentially. So yeah, none of that out here. You had something?
Before we do move on, while she's checking for traps, probably I'd like to ask everyone if we think this is a good time to start passing without trace, so we're not trackable, and if there's anything in there.
I would say maybe wait to see if the door is locked. Because if it's locked, then maybe there's something behind it.
That's true.
All right. I mean,
Are there any windows in that observatory? Or open windows?
Huh?
No, all of the other than the doors in the main building, it looks like the only other way in or out would be through the telescope.
23.
23.
Mhm.
Yeah, the door is not locked. You could tell that there was a trap and there was a lock on it at some point. It is not armed. Looks as though the trap was sprung.
Okay, so it went
At
off. It was not disarmed. Got
Yeah, it was sprung at some point. It had a number of different elements to it. Like there was definitely like an alchemist fire gout that happens, and you can see where the blades would protrude, but you're actually seeing like part of those spikes that would slam across the door, serving partly as a bar, partly as like a stabby bit. A lot of those have been broken and sort of hammered through and then retracted at a later point. So this trap has not only been sprung but been like damaged.
Okay. Well, there was something here, but someone else got to it before we did. So, not to call the shots or anything, but maybe the trace thing might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'll do that. All of us right now. Let's just be a little quiet.
Pass without a trace.
Just +10 to all stealth checks.
Such a beautiful.
Sweet. That brings me to +9.
And that's 10 minutes, right?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. Awesome, remember?
Okay. Anything else?
so is the way is clear because we can get in between these hammered spikes?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, the trap has been retracted
Got it.
before you guys even get up there, but it's not loaded anymore. It won't spring.
There's no way to tell when it was released, is there?
I mean, no,
Yeah.
not really.
100% of shots you don't take.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 years ago, like, it's not really. Can't even think of one.
You said there was a fire element, like the alchemy
Yeah.
fire.
That I mean,
Fire.
it's expent. It's
Yeah.
but you could see where the ports for it to go. So essentially, it was spikes.
I'm gonna point this out to Cinder,
Mhm.
and just this is a long shot in the dark. How long do the effects of an alchemy fire usually stay? Like, would the place look as burned as it does? Would it start brushing off? Things like that.
Well, it's kind of hard to decide. Well, clearly there is still snow and things and whatnot around here, so it has to have happened quite some time ago. And we would have to brush off quite a bit of that snow, which might take some of the soot with it. So it'd be really hard for me to even tell how long ago this went off. But I can tell you it didn't go off today.
Thanks, Cinder.
I
That's
mean,
what matters most, I guess.
at a glance, Cinder, I would say at least decades.
Yeah.
I mean, at least, but but like beyond that, it's tough to tell. So,
But the fact that they had it in hand tells me we might want to watch out for more of it, or acid, or any other bottled unpleasantries. Yes, you have one. They have
God.
several too.
Oh, God.
Oh, God,
I'm
I'm
just bringing my shield
cool.
up.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just.
Ty, what do you say you and me run off ahead? See what's up there. Wait, do we have an owl still?
Yes, we have Tosh
We have
right
an
here.
owl, and then we also have dancing lights going on.
So
Who's gonna
that
follow
our friends
us?
can see.
Mhm.
I could keep it here so our friends can see, but then you guys are on your own. But you guys can see, right?
Yeah.
I think owl first check, second line of defense, me and Ty, because we're quick and sneaky.
Pretty
And
sneaky.
okay, second line of defense, the three of us.
Well, that
Well,
depends
we're all
on
kind
that.
of sneaky now.
I mean, everybody's.
I'll
very
catch up.
good.
Okay, but
Well, but Tashi
Sasha will be fine.
exploded into a sack of feathers.
Okay,
He got
that
better.
was last.
that was one time. It got better.
You don't even remember that, do you, little buddy?
He just kind of starts glaring at me at that point.
Okay, he might remember that.
Tide's just sort of licking her lips like lunch.
All right, Mac, do you mind sending Mr. Tosh down the hallway?
All right, so I just kind of put my hand on Cinder's shoulder and just kind of go into Tosh and just start sending him down as far as the range goes.
nice.
So, that is a 22.
Nicely done.
At least that's like
Through the door, the main chamber is you can see the doors that lead to the 4 other buildings. There's one on the ground floor, and then there is a whole second level, not made of like iron and wood, much more think like industrial grading and handholds. That's where the actual like telescope and observatory pieces are. Up top, that second level, you can look over the edge, or they could back and forth. But that second level and the doors you suspect beyond those into the other 4 buildings are all sort of the scientific or religious areas. On the ground, beneath the central observatory where the telescope seat is, and you can see that there are sort of large cranks and handholds that one probably controls the shutter of the roof, the position of the telescope, its focal length, all of those sorts of things, and that is like dead center in the room. Right beneath that, there is a similar moon and phases mural that you had seen to the front door, almost identical.
okay.
it tracks each of the 5 moons in throughout each of their phases and has sort of calendar listings. And even at a glance, you can tell that there's something about that floor that does move, because it would probably adjust with the year, because the moon phases are a little more unpredictable, specifically 2 of them, than what would just be able to print and set and call it good.
Does there seem to be a part that indicates like a line or a pointer or something that says this would be the current day or the current phases?
So yes, the place that it is left off on does give you an indication of the year. Make me a history check. Certain start dates and moon phases do repeat.
26.
26. Yeah, so this looks like the last day that this was working was in the 6th year of the Empire. So about 358 years ago. So there are 8 doors, 2 that go to each of the other 4 buildings. Big central observatory. Looks like the ground floor is more for living space. Upper floor is more workspace. That's pretty much what you get. There are some ladders that go from ground to top. No staircases, it looks like. The doors in here are humanoid sized for large creatures, not giant sized. But
and again, nothing looks disturbed or like it's been touched recently.
No, I will say you guys. So like when you were looking around the find your words, blacksmith shops and those things outside, you can tell that you guys did find goats and rams. They do still live here. It looks like they do get hunted in here every so often. And there's not a lot of tools in any of the workspaces anymore. They've either decayed or been stripped out.
Right.
So a lot of this place does look like it has been ransacked, but even that was probably long ago. Nothing that looks like it was disturbed recently. You do see a couple of you don't see any bones, any skeletons, nothing like that. Yeah. So
okay. I'll just be kind of relaying this to the raries, or the third eye the whole time.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, with that sort of telepathic bond, I'm sure you can share like the pictures.
Yeah.
Even. That would.
You can send pics in the group chat.
There you go.
Wait, so technically, would that mean they were also seeing through Tasha's eyes?
I guess.
That'd be
like some Flint of the Navigator.
You have a flying webcam.
Yeah.
Like a drone cam going through
they're probably getting like picture in picture sort of little snapshots and things like that. Okay. I don't think I want to say that they're seeing through his eyes too, because then they're straight up blind.
Yeah.
All right, we're all gonna look through the owl now.
Everybody join hands.
Everybody feel good about this? No? Oh, okay.
Someone tell me if you start feeling like you're bleeding.
There's no opt out, right? We just
so yeah, I would just be relaying the information.
Okay, so we've got cool mechanism-y shit, cool mechanism-y floor. Oh, Hal, he's telling us the things that his owl sees through the and wait, do we have one? Do we have enough for him?
No,
it's only 6.
Damn. But yeah, so it looks like there's a big telescopy thing and a big fancy floor that decides what the date is or tells you what the date orientates. I don't think it decides. Anyway, why did your organization base itself around moon stuff anyway?
You can't just ask someone how they base themselves around moon.
Why can't I? I clearly can. I just did.
3516. Yeah, you can't do that.
I can. I clearly did. Sorry if that was an improper
No.
question, sir.
No, it's fine. He thinks back, and you can see him sort of struggle to recall his ancient history. After Ulbricht's crusade, there weren't many lunar deities that were observed or amalgamated, just the way that things happened. Tended to be the prime deities and the major overarching pieces. Those were the ones that held true. The lunarchy didn't start till 100 years into 100, 200, a couple of hundred years into the Republic. There were the rebellion wars. The races that had been expatriated across the continent, the older races among them, remembered life before the Republic and wanted to return to it. And so it was a period of time where the Republic threatened to fall back apart due to infighting. And so a body was needed to represent what Miravina had created, the Senate, the rule of the populace, of balance. And the ever-watching moons was the emblem that was chosen for that. Each reflecting an aspect of life, each reflecting an aspect of action, of movement. Stagnation was a great enemy of balance at the time. It ended up getting warped later on, but that's sort of where that began.
Cool. So it's like about change. Like it's about cycles of change that are natural.
Yeah, it's definitely about cycles of change. Definitely about natural progression. About, but also about counterweights. Mindful progress, not just errant thrashing about. So it was it was an interesting basis for religion, I suppose.
See, Rothgar, you can ask people what they base their ancient religions on.
I mean, just tactfully. That's all I'm saying. Tactfully.
Oh, brilliant. What's that mean? No, I'm only joking.
Means with thumbtacks.
Just
I was gonna say like
not
how
to
you
the
usually
least.
aren't, but
How I usually am. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
it. Anyway, Tide, do you think this place might have more traps?
This place, like right here,
No,
where,
no, no,
like, right
place-
here, or like,
The place where we just saw through the owl.
well, it's quite possible. I'm not sure how the owl operates very well, but it's possible. I can't really see those things through the owl though, to
Yeah.
understand
I
for
think
sure.
we can go inside and take a bigger look.
Cool.
She's just walking.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
just started walking.
As
Am
you
I
guys
checking or is she walking? Because I need to know.
I'm guessing she's walking, so
I'm
I guess-
walking. If you want to
Oh.
come ahead and check for things, I'm just like walking around like.
don't
Um,
get 30 feet away from me.
I'm just waiting so that if an alchemist fire falls on her, I'm prepared.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
just
good.
walking into this room and looking around and being like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the floor that we saw. That's the machinery.
At this point, I think Tide's eyes would just go wide and she would do the zoomies thing and like,
Mm.
real fast check for traps and just.
Yeah, go for it. You can make an investigation check.
19.
19. anything that was trapped in here has long since been set off. Most of the doors, their locks are broken. A lot of the doors on the interior are the door jambs are damaged. Any sort of hold or lock or bar has
Yeah.
been splintered. Yeah, it's
So yeah, because when he showed us everything, like we saw that it's been 300 years since the
Yeah.
clock stopped.
Mhm.
It's been about 300 years. I think anybody who tried to get in here got in here and set them off because everything's looking like it's been set off, broke off, or just off.
Cool. Where's the way forward? Do I see it?
so there is no way forward. But Hal goes over to he kind of climbs up the ladder and starts looking around the observatory. And he looks down and over. And you watch him think for a few minutes. Check the other buildings, see if there's anything useful left. I've got I don't know. There has to be something to do with this.
Do you want anyone to stay with you while you do this?
Anyone that likes gears and levers would probably do better at this than me, but
Mr. Mac?
He's just made of gears.
Oh, that's fair.
Well,
I'm sorry if that's a racist
mean-
assumption.
I like tinkering with things, and I also like building traps. Does that help you?
and anything helps at this point.
Dope. I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
I will stay for now, but afterwards, I want to go check out that room with the science and herbalism.
Okay.
What were the other rooms, King? What the other domey buildings?
You guys haven't been in them.
How many are?
There are 4.
4.
Four total.
We're just doing left, center, left, right, center, right, right.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
And do remember they are divided. So the ground floor seems to be where more of just the basic living stuff was. You just what you get from the central chamber, and the upstairs was more science religion-y work. So where would you guys like to go?
You had mentioned there were no stairs, right?
There are ladders.
Oh, ladders. Okay.
There are ladders.
Are they structurally sound?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. I'll just kind of test.
Yeah, there's probably a couple that are old, but these are like iron or steel ladders.
Oh, thank the makers.
Do we want to try left first?
Sure. Let's
Just
go.
process of elimination left. So,
Yeah. Race you there, and like Kudo's gonna take off running to go to the leftmost dome. And
What's your speed?
oh, like bullshit, man.
I know, but I'm at least 40. That's why I'm asking because I have
I'm
more
like
than
at
the normal.
90.
Okay, that's a little bit more even with my wings added on.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I would definitely have done that.
I'm gonna have Tosh fly down and just kind of stick with Cinder.
Well,
Okay.
okay, I'm at 70. What are you with your wings?
60 with my wings. So I would just be behind you there.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just a person, so I'll be there eventually.
barrel into the leftmost.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me. Why don't you guys all roll me an investigation check?
Even those of us that stayed with.
Yeah,
Okay.
even those of you that stayed with Hal.
Could this be considered a religious repository of knowledge?
Sure.
Yes.
So
And
26.
Strong 10.
Investigation.
Uh-huh.
Dirty 20.
Big 4.
19.
23.
Okay.
26.
Nice.
These dice love rolling 16s.
They do. Well done. Let's start over here. You guys that stay with Hal, it's about 30 minutes. You guys are really looking over the gears, the levers, the telescope itself, which comes, you can get like up to the front of it. And you notice as you guys are investigating it, the telescope itself has how to put this? Anybody familiar with like a stage light?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody at the
Yeah.
stage
Right.
goes.
Which, you guys, I wasn't worried about. You at home, I was more worried about. So the light, the slide piece where like a gobo would go.
Uh-huh.
In front of the lens, there look like there are rings, 5 rings, where like something could be slid in there to block or obscure or change part of the night sky as it looked up and out. There are essentially those like gobo slides. A gobo, for those of you at home, is usually a piece of like tin that's put in a stage light to break up the light in an interesting pattern. So it creates like leaves on the stage, like it's through a canopy or something like that. And they sometimes rotate and do fun spirally things. It's a theater nerd thing. So you guys find that there looks like there's five positions for those on the telescope, and it seems important.
So Cinder's just gonna be poking her nose and looking up at Hal, saying, "Wild guess. You had a 5 of a lot of things around here. These 5
We're real big on 5s.
have to do something with those moon phases,
Probably.
and so we're missing 5 pieces, I'm guessing, to make this telescope happen the way it's supposed to happen."
Well,
Tide, would you concur?
let's let everyone else know so they know what to look for.
We're missing 5.
Go.
It's like, ow.
Just
Ow.
standing next to you as you're screaming out loud, but also sending you a message. Surround sound.
It's like,
HG.
Cinder 5 what?
Oh. Okay. I don't have to talk all those things back. That's right. We're missing 5 kind of slide things. Think something about the size of, I'm guessing, a very large.
Oh yeah, it's we're talking like real big telescope, like
So-
Hula hoop.
bigger. Yeah,
Think
we're talking
Of a
size of the
really
table?
nice
yeah.
serving tray for a
Yeah.
giant. We're missing about 5 of those.
So a very large chafing dish. Go on.
Yes. With
How'd you get
what I'm
shaved by
gonna
a
guess
dish?
has to go with, aside from the telescope, has to go with the moon phases. We've seen a lot of things with the moon phases and 5s around here. So if you guys see anything like that, let us know, because that might help us get this thing and work in order, and then we can figure out a little more about it.
Big discs chafing.
With moon phases.
Moon
Yes,
phase.
chafing moon phases. Got it. We're good.
Understood.
Chafe- We're gonna chafe the moon.
Well, it's supposedly made of cheese, so
So you
Great.
gotta. Don't be such a monster. They just keep getting cheddar and cheddar, guys.
All right. I apologize
I
for
can't
starting.
believe you said that.
This is my fault. I apologize to all viewers. This blame me. Rothgar.
So yeah, you guys continue to examine the telescope, and now you guys have an idea kind of what you're looking for. Rothgar, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 20.
A 20.
Dirty, but a 20.
Well done. So starting and what did you guys roll over here for? 26 and 10. Great.
Bad doll squad.
Yeah.
You guys continue to travel as a group. There are a few different things in each of the buildings. So the far left and the far right have their own smaller observatory pieces to them. Similar setups to what is in the center building. Smaller telescopes, however. And when you examine those telescopes, now having been given a heads up by your other friends, they don't hold those ring slides. They are just a normal convex lens on a normal telescope. Smaller, still large, but hula hoop sized probably, but still large. Beneath those are what I would call the library notes and like meditation areas. So in the far left is the library, and when you guys walk in there, there's still a noise dampening enchantment in the room. It doesn't make it, it's not silence, but everything has the volume turned way down on it. And you realize as you guys are exploring that area, one, most of the scrolls and books have been ransacked or eaten through by rats, things like that. But you realize it dampens it just enough so that even Mac walking along the metal grating above you is silent. Just enough to not disturb whatever business would be happening down below.
Is this what sneaking feels like? This is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's basically this. I don't do it often.
In the lab.
Tide judges you.
Are there any books that are intact?
There are chunks of books that are intact. I would not say that there are whole books intact, but you do find a couple of like book titles.
Mhm.
It usually is like the esoteric musings of Master blah blah blah.
Okay.
No, like shitty Lunakist erotica. No, like no, like doodles. No, like workbook of 8-year-old Lunakist kid. Jimmy Sevens.
None
French
of,
artwork, you know.
none of those survived the Great Purge, unfortunately.
Frankie Sullivan. There are a lot of moon shit here.
Uh-huh.
Still moons.
What's
12
that? Another moon.
One of the most interesting ones you do find is in a volume, and it seems to be one of the highest populated volumes. You pick up like volume 31. So you know there's at least that many, probably more. And it sets its date around 700, year 700 of the Republic. So about 300 years before the Empire took over.
Okay.
It is a ledger recounting the efforts of balance. And what it is written, they come in thick volumes. And they are written like journal entries, efforts that recount. It starts with a header of who was involved, usually whatever Lunarchist and any assisting Lunarchist and any like assisting party members that are there. And then it recounts basically the adventure. It explains why they did what they did and what they hoped the result would be. Some of them have sort of magical addendums on them, so it doesn't quite turn the page, but you can see that there's like a sort of like a tab over bar, and when you touch it and pull it, it's very much looks like a illusion over the script that is usually, not always, usually written by a member of a later generation that recounts the result of that particular action, and whether it was deemed a success or failure, and what the order should do, what the order is recommending doing moving forward. 31 is probably the most complete volume. You do find other ones. It looks like they went through periods where philosophically they were opposed to interfering with the Republic, to doing much of anything, and sometimes when they and their leadership would try to fix everything, big or small, and they have varying degrees of success and failure. They did a very good job of documenting who and what and why they did things.
Is there any chance we could find in here any information regarding to the Obsidic? Well, before they were the
Yeah, for the Obsidet.
yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Ghost people.
Ghosts. We were in a prison, made a pact with some ghost people who were a thing way back in the Republic, and yeah, did the Lunarchists mess around with that?
Remind me what you know about the Obsidet.
We know that the Obsidet was a part of the the Senate or whatnot, and they were trying to do a coup, if I'm not mistaken, very much against Carlos's deity
Miravina.
and they were trying to take over, and they were cast out and sent out.
Mm-hmm. Make me another investigation check specifically for that.
Could I assist him if
Sure.
you would like relay that he's looking for something? I'll go.
I mean, I already get
You do?
but-
Never
Yeah.
mind.
12.
Make a history check.
That I'm better at. That'll be a 20. That's 6 plus 7. Anybody? Math,
3.
real quick.
13.
Thank you. 23.
23. Nothing that's particularly written about that era, but just reviewing your history a little bit, the Obsidet sounds like they either predated or were one of the impetuses for
The Republic.
the Lunarchy.
They predate the Lunarchy?
Yeah, remember the Lunarchy started about 200 years in
Okay.
to the Republic.
So they
and-
predate the Lunarchy.
Yeah,
And they are one of the reasons that the Lunarchy came into being.
right.
Thank you.
There you go. Anything else you guys want to look for specifically in the library section?
I'm just looking for any books that are as complete as possible.
Oh, I apologize. You rolled a 26
Yep.
in that area. So you can find some books. That's all well and good. What you do find one of the cylinders that you need.
How big are we talking? Like,
It is big. It is very big. The reason it hasn't been stolen is one, its size, and two, it's laid into the floor.
it's in the floor.
Yeah, it's like the tile. It's part of the tiling of the floor. You have to like move some bookshelves away and around it, and yeah,
Does it look like it's just built into the floor, or can it be moved?
it can be pulled out. It looks like it was designed to hide there.
Yeah, Rothgar,
Yes.
you might want to see this.
Hop on over.
Yeah, you guys go over. Do me a favor. Roll me. Roll me 2d6.
4.
7.
Takes you about an hour and a half to well, you have to get all the
Oh, yeah, no,
bookshelves
I'm just
out of the
saying.
way.
Yeah.
Just moving stuff to get to it. It's you can see where that like finger holds or like if you've ever done electrical work, there's like a floor pocket. You need like a little special key to open that up. Well, you would know.
As an electrician, I am very well aware of
Yeah.
these things.
So it's like that. You get your sword in there and,
Yeah.
and a knife and just enough to break the ice and kind of pry it up. It just takes time. It just
Yeah.
takes time and effort. But you guys do get the first of the rings up and back to the observatory. you do collect some early history books, or as much as you can. I'm gonna say maybe roll me a d8.
7.
We'll say 7 mostly complete books.
Okay. And nothing, no spell books, no scrolls, nothing like that.
Roll me a percentile.
37.
37. Yeah, I will say there's a couple of spells in spell books. They're not really spell books. They're more just
Like scrolls.
yeah. There's just sort of scrolls included in part of the books that are there.
Mm-hmm.
So none of them are particularly powerful. I'll say there is a scroll of divination. You also get a scroll of stone shape and a scroll of control weather.
Can finally make this place warm.
Looks like they needed to at times. That's it for the first building. You guys move on to the second building. This one is much more the down bottom part of it. It is the kitchen. It's actually larger than the front one, not the main one. This has the kitchen. This also has the apothecary, sort of the medical area to it. Looks like there are living domiciles up on the second floor, and all the food's either been eaten through or rotten. But if you'd like to make an investigation check,
Let's save it. Not very good. It's 11.
11.
Mhm.
I will say you find a set of acupuncture needles.
Well, mostly what I was looking for was anything about Lunicist history and how they did their healing, whether it was more religious, more scientific, and things like that.
It I will let you know it seems to be a mix. They recognize the energy of divine healing that come through deities, but it seems that they believed in natural healing as much as possible because it strengthened the body.
I'm going to start just looking around on the floor for a similar sort of.
Investigate with advantage, please.
Yeah.
That's left center.
Inspire you to.
Mm.
With a nice tune on the lute.
D8, right?
D10.
D10.
All right. So that with D10 inspiration. There we go. Oh, 2 6s. 10 to 12.
I was gonna also do that, so can I just
Go for it.
No.
Jump in there.
not to-
Hop it. No, do it.
once we got back
See,
there?
that's the number you want.
Mm,
You want to take that 4 and add it?
can
No. I will give you inspiration. I give you inspiration.
That's-
1d6.
Wow. We're all just inspiring.
Oh, wait.
Hey. Rothgar, how do you
In that case-
inspire her?
How do I inspire? Tide, what you must understand. Here, you must look and see through and past anything that might. And I just go on a slight diatribe about how intensely her focus must be.
The eyes are just real big. Zoomies real fast. That's a 28.
28, absolutely. This one built into the wall. You can see it. It's behind.
And point.
Well, that's why I didn't find it on the floor.
Yeah. It's behind the stone oven. Roll me 2d6.
2d6.
Yep.
Can you believe, as the rogue, I forgot all my d6 tonight? How dare I?
I know. What are you doing?
There you go.
There's so many that aren't mine. That's gonna be 6.
So about an hour, you guys dig that one out. On to the next room. More living space here, and then the bathhouses, all of that. There is evidence that at one point there was like a hot spring or something that they utilized. It's
Especially with how cold it is, makes sense.
absolutely. You can investigate here as well. Who wants to do it?
Oh, that's
Go for it. Please.
I'll assist if anybody wants
nope. Cinder's not finding
so-
nothing.
This is the center, right?
Yes, center right.
19.
19.
Oh, was with advantage?
Oh, nat 20
I was gonna say, can I assist
plus
both of
2
you?
for 20.
Oh,
Perfect.
I
Well,
don't
think
know.
Rothgar found it though.
Well done, teamwork. Between all of you.
Guys, we did it.
You did do it. It's actually
Next
set
I'll
in
teach you how to properly sneak.
sort of the opposite wall from where the oven was.
Mhm.
2d6.
6.
Another hour. Dig that one out.
So one was on the floor, one was on the back wall, one
Mhm.
was on the right wall.
Mhm.
Next room, I'm gonna check the left wall.
And I'll check the ceiling.
Okay. Absolutely.
I can help you
Um,
check the ceiling. I've got slippers that we walk on it.
You'll probably see a lot better than
Go
I
for
do
it.
then.
Yeah, go for it.
Wanna help me out? Can you do it?
28.
Yeah.
I
I'm
really,
just playing musical accompaniment for everyone.
I like the
honestly.
tunes. I never
Yeah.
learned how to do that.
I'll just be here playing my instrument. It's my own way of helping.
Okay. That's, I
It's
believe,
the bard. in a
um,
nutshell.
18.
18. Between the two of you, you guys do find it. It is in the left wall. So you have 4 rings. 2d6.
6.
Another hour.
We started
So
in the morning.
specific.
We're good.
Bloody hell. So, okay, all this time is just like spent getting rings out of walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we need 5
Life.
rings.
We found 4 of them.
And we found 4.
I was looking in the ceiling, not left wall. Did I find anything in the ceiling?
Not in that one. So the far right
Mhm.
room is another observatory. It is also looks like the meditation room, where they wouldn't. So this was more for like Zen. A lot of Zen happening here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Good vibes, bro.
Very good vibes.
Vibe check? That's good.
No even needed. You feel it right away.
Yeah.
All vibes, all the time.
Hey.
When you guys come back, having dug these out, it is cold in that center room. While you guys have been doing this, Hal has opened the roof of the observatory, the shutter, and just a ton of snow falls in on him. And like it like you can tell he's brushed it off, but he very much had the comical like just over everything. And he goes, I think I found the last one. And you guys look up and you can see he's got a rope up on the edge of the observatory, like he's climbed up there and he's kind of poking his head out and down. And he reaches in. Oh, yeah. Hey, look at you, Al. Look at you being strong.
You know what,
That's not your stat.
I'll send Tosh up there and just kind of see through Tosh.
Sure. You look through Tosh, and what he points out as the owl comes up is that in set, there are 2 gold points. It's a halves of the circle, and he kind of grabs one of them and starts pulling it. And it sort of twists out like it's inlaid in the in the roof. You literally can't see it without opening the roof.
Cool. Yeah, I use my slippers of spider climb to get
Yeah.
up there and see what I see.
Yeah. You can point.
the
He points it
inlay.
out to you. So just roll me 1d6. Somebody.
2.
About 20 minutes later,
Brilliant.
you guys have gotten these rings out and down, and
Now the question is, what order do they go in?
Right. Do these rings look different from each other?
they do. They all seem to hold certain like constellations in point and presence.
Just like a Neo. Sorry, go on.
You're welcome. I'm glad I can bring that back for you. I will take either history or arcana checks.
Ooh.
I'll go with Arcana.
11 history.
19.
18.
21 Arcana.
Nice.
19.
Nice.
21.
You guys identify it all very like you're just like, this one goes here. Then that means this one goes here, right? And
Guys are like really good at puzzles. You should
It's
get
like
like
that
1,000 of these
Sudoku.
next time.
you
This is
actually
5 is nothing.
you arrange them in so you identify on each of the rings the constellations also tie to markings from which the moon gain their name. So there's a constellation of the Gale that the Gale moon works through, and at different points in its phase it actually ties the constellation together. So that's how you identify each of the moons. And then with your history and knowledge, you guys arrange them from shortest phase to longest phase. Nicely done.
Cool.
And you have it there. And Hal begins to sort of twist and turn it. And he calls down for you guys to start moving the metal pieces on the floor to arrange the date and the lunar cycles in a particular way. You guys did well enough on your last checks. You don't have to roll again. He's setting it for the date of the dawn of the lunarchy, for the first official day that it was a thing, essentially. So that is that's in the I'm actually randomly generating this as I talk to you. Why? Because I should. I don't know why. 12th month of the 209th year of the Republic, on the first day. So the first of Fate, 209. You guys begin moving everything into place, and he positions the telescope up to where it should be in relation to all of that. And you hear a loud ka-toom on the floor where all of the moon phases are, begins to slowly descend as a whole.
Cool.
And you see how sort of, hey, crap, nope, come here.
Is that,
Jump! I'll catch you.
is that not supposed to happen?
I mean, I'd like to go with you. He does jump.
Do I catch him?
You can make a deck saving throw, sure.
Okay. Pretty good. Yeah. Oh yeah, 20.
Well, yeah, you do catch him,
Yeah.
and you catch him,
Put him
and
down.
You put him down, and he's like, "I don't think anybody's ever caught me before."
First time for everything.
Right.
And I like look behind him at Tide and I wink. That's all.
Good job.
What? This is like ancient leader of the special order. We can't hit on him. Well, we can't. I'm not hitting on him.
Huh?
I'm not hitting on him. Anyway, I'm not saying this.
All of our
Maybe
hits are
not-
going
maybe
on.
not.
Everyone's just like,
Telepathically.
It's like, why are you going to be hitting him?
Don't worry about it.
I need an adult.
Are you guys okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're wonderful.
Some person's a bit funny in the group chat, you know. how it
Right.
is.
Yeah.
The one that everyone else is in, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Listen, we can PJ if we could. Besides, you don't want us idiots running around in your genius brain of like whatever, like hero proportions.
idiots.
sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell Portia I have a genius brain next time you see her.
Will do.
Oh, shit.
The elevator continues to descend. It is very dark down here. And yeah,
Right, dancing lights for everybody. Make it easier.
Ideally.
Yes.
Make it
Dancing
happen.
lights.
you descend 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600,
Jeez.
700 feet down.
I thought you guys had a thing with fives. This is clearly beyond that.
Me too. I was like,
Just as confused as
I
everybody.
would have stopped a couple of 100 feet up, but I don't.
Okay, so we're at the bottom of the mountain, maybe.
Important.
It's not quite the bottom of the mountain.
The middle.
Yeah, it's definitely towards the middle. And the last 100 feet is very impressive. It opens up into a very large chamber. You can see the veins of fire and lava run up through one side. You can actually kind of tell where that would creep up towards what would cause the hot spring, or that heated bit of stone. Along another wall, you can see whirling in sort of this dust wind, bits of dirt and rock that's been caught up. There is large protrusions of stalagmites that are centered on another point, and you see roots that have crept down in one of the corners and are dangling down towards this very clear, cool pool of water.
So there's lava and stuff. There's also cold water.
I mean, it's not cold enough to be frozen.
Right, I'm just
But, I
saying, like,
mean,
it's not like we're not in like a hot lava cavern. We're in a cavern which has lava.
it's actually far more moderate. Yeah. Just because, you're not like next to a lake of it, but it's more like the rock there is more. It's hot because it's like red, right? Or there's a little bit
Okay,
of
cool,
lava.
cool,
There's it's not
We're not in a fire temple level.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone know a lot about natural things, about like plants and shit?
Most of these are the moons, a representative of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one's which?
Oh,
Lava fire.
yes.
Okay, but
Gale,
Gale.
tide, flame, oak,
Gale.
stone.
Flame.
No, not tide.
Oak.
Tide.
He's like the
Yes. TID. Moon, the waves. Yes, but not tide.
okay.
Yes.
So all the stuff in here, that's the only stuff we see these five like things.
And, I mean, these are very emblematic of our philosophies. Make perception checks.
13.
Not 20 plus 3.
21.
19.
10.
26.
Above a 20. You guys see over in one of the stalagmites, there is a worked pillar of stone that the sediment has sort of crept over. Stalagmite is, bits of earth sort of drop and eventually it forms up. You guys can see where there is something solid stone, well worked, a singular piece inlaid with gold and platinum that sits over in that area.
Is it near one of the specific of the 5 like thingies? Or
It's
not
near
really?
the stalagmites. It's near the stone ones.
Okay, this stone. Ah, what's that over there? Shiny thing. I just pointed out so everyone else who didn't roll those could look.
You
Yeah.
said it was on the ground, just like walking distance?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
walk over,
Yeah.
start like poking at it. See
How goes over there with you?
Hey, Tide. What do you think this is? You know more about like things and stuff.
I need to check something real fast.
Do you want help?
1 second.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you want to,
Yeah, of course. What are friends for?
that's better. That's gonna be a 20, not net.
What tools are you proficient in?
What tools? I am proficient thieves' tools, tinker tools, and a water vehicle. But
You don't recognize it. It looks like a part of a tool or toolbox, something, but you're not terribly familiar with it.
Can I have a closer look?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's suppose it's a drum.
It is not a. Yeah, go ahead. You guys can
Swing and
make.
a miss.
What tools are you proficient in?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just give her advantage.
That's fine.
What am I doing? Investigation? Or?
That's fine.
So that would be 15.
Good enough. There is an old pre-republic way of smithing in which blades would be basically poured into a mold, into a stone mold.
Huh.
And this looks like a very fancy version of that.
Is it like an entire like forge anvil setup, or is it just the mold that we're finding?
So right now you can only see the mold because it's covered in sediment.
Should we
Start
start
brushing it
stuff
off?
I mean,
Like rock.
stalagmite. It's
Yeah.
it's like a
Mm.
rock. You gotta
Okay.
beshy.
Okay, like 2 of you are very good with like technical things, right? Like
So-
makey, fixy. So if this is where maybe they made the point, right? Like
Hammer.
Do you have an extra one?
I feel
Hand him the
like this
warhammer.
might be where
You
they've
get the small
made
one.
ceremonial things. I mean, it's fancy enough for it, but I don't know if this is where they made the point, per se.
There's no telling. It takes you guys 5-6 minutes
Okay.
of hard just wailing on it. And the rocks do break out, and you begin to suspect there are other forging implements inside some of these other stalagmites.
I punched them.
You spend 30 minutes breaking them apart. There is an anvil. There don't seem to be tools particularly. There is near the lava. There's what would appear to be a kiln to heat. And of all of the rock that you've sort of broken apart, every once in a while, you, Max, see just a small little bit of that black metal.
I'm gonna try to collect as much of that as I can.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do we by any chance uncover a crucible?
What is a crucible?
Sorry, it's the metal. It's the basically the cup in which you melt metal that you put in the
Yes.
kiln. That's a
Yeah, like small stone pot.
yeah.
Yes.
Mac, I have an idea. You have that chunk.
Yeah, I'll pull out the bar and just kind of compare to like little chunk we found.
Mm-hmm.
Are they similar? Yes.
They are.
It matches.
I wonder what. Well, and Hal, with your permission, of course, if we were to melt this and maybe attempt to use this mold, we could see what comes out.
Of
Are
course.
any of you particularly smithing clients, smithing tools, proficient smithing?
I can. It's not my biggest thing but I would suggest before we use the fancy metal, let's use a less fancy metal and see what it makes. So we can get kind of a proxy before we start really making something and potentially wasting really good stuff.
Like a prototype.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Do we have other metal?
I'm sure we found some.
I have
We
some.
found all the weapons.
I have some scraps on me. Little scraps.
Like literally on you?
Open up my bag and I pull out some of the scraps of the golem that we fought.
Oh dear.
I pull out like a shin guard.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, that's probably it was made of like a cool steel thing, right? The golem.
The golem is going to be extremely difficult to mount.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can use the weapons that you guys had found previously. Those are mostly steel and iron. The golem is like adamantine and mithril, like that.
That's gonna take time.
That changes things. Okay.
Yeah, working
I
that
thought
is
it
a,
was
is a different.
We'll talk about a couple things.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like Cinder's been teaching me little things about smithing, something
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick up on, but we can try something.
Question. Can I look around and see if there is a sufficient amount of sand or volcanic glass around here that we can use
Sure.
as a proxy?
Absolutely.
Obsidian would be so cool.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be usable. It just has to tell us what this is.
Okay.
So I guess investigation? Or,
Mhm.
I'll help out. I'll give you assistance.
Okay. So that is going to be a 14.
14. Okay. Yeah. You heat the sand, you make glass. You break the stone apart as it is intended to do. It is for a blade. It's not designed to hold that sort of glass material. So it doesn't do a great job keeping its shape. But it is definitely for a blade.
So we've got a
And-
proxy blade.
Yeah, and you can tell there is essentially if you poured the metal in and then whatever the handle should be, the grip, if you were to put that in the top, it would melt into it. So it's essentially you're supposed to pour the metal, put the handle, and like fill the button
So do you
and
have a
pull out
handle?
the sword. You don't.
We don't have all the parts we need, but now we know what it's supposed to make.
How have you seen this sword before?
Only ever heard of it, but something's. This is most of it. Something's
Missing.
missing.
Hmm.
There's fire and water to quench it. And he goes over and starts pulling at the roots of the oak and beginning to bind them.
I think I got it.
That's
It's
the
what you
handle.
mentioned about the different moon phases, right?
Right.
So, okay, water, fire, earth.
Earth would be the metal.
Mm-hmm. What were the other phases?
Wind, air, and plant.
You had Gale and Oak are the two that we have. Well, Oak would be the tree.
Oak, so maybe
Right.
so do you think you're trying to make a handle?
We need one.
That's
I'm
true.
not sure what else to use. I
So
mean,
Oak would be the handle.
There's
Then what would
Air?
wind cover?
Gale.
Around
A
it?
billows. We need a billows.
A bellows, yeah.
it's as good as anything. I have nothing else.
Did we find a bellows in the sleeping stuff?
Tide's gonna just get down on the floor and start blowing at the fire.
How long
No.
before she passes out?
Hey, she's trying to make do, man.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
goldfish 2 minutes.
He's got the roots, and you can see him trying to like tie and bind them. But they
Alright.
do not look. It does not look like a good handle.
Hmm.
You guys are looking at it like you're doing great, buddy.
Well, maybe the roots are the wrap for
Right.
the pommel for the
Sure.
for the
Yeah.
grip.
Where
To
would
do
you find
one, sorry?
Honestly, like, if I run just like around this room trying to investigate, see if there's anything we're not seeing, anything hidden.
Sure. Go for it.
I'm gonna take
Yeah, I would assist.
out of the bag of holding. I'm going to take one of the blades that looks most like the blade that we that the most approximately like the type of blade that was made in the forge.
Mm-hmm. The handle does not fit.
Not that it doesn't fit, but just material. Is it
Sure.
a metal blade? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a metal handle.
Yeah.
As well. Okay.
Yeah, very similar to a Chinese style longsword.
Okay.
Would you roll?
Shy, like 15.
Okay, that's not bad. Frito, you gather the roots, and
Look up in the water.
yeah, you get some down. Maybe Hal gives you his. You're not sure. You're kind of wandering around to all the places, like you dunk them in the water, and then they're wet. That's not it. Like you kind of poke the fire, and it kind of burns a little bit. That's not it. You put it back in the water. You should have done it in that order first. Okay. Like you kind of rub the dirt on it, put it poke. So, like you get to the wind, and the wind is like it's nice, it's comfortable, it's got a good breeze to it. Ooh, this is
Nothing.
dumb. Yeah, you end up kind of just tossing the oak into the wind, and it begins to twist and gnarl into a handle, and you see something reach out and grip it, and it catches a blaze. And stepping from the wind, you see this great celestial body, and you watch as the offering of life and breath in its hand begins to twist into a pommel that would absolutely fit that stone. And then flame erupts from the blade. I'd like all of you to roll initiative, please.
Oh yeah.
Was it actually rolling initiative this time?
Flip for initiative. Flip for
Oh.
initiative. Sorry, wrong word. Wrong word.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna need some D6s.
There you go.
Well, we have a bunch here.
There's also
I
here,
have more in here.
tiny
too.
cat.
I just need one.
There you go.
There you go.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yes.
Flagging a bit on it.
Yeah, I got you. Can you bag it up?
Actually, let me.
Candy?
Go for it.
Cute.
Candy bag.
Oh yeah. Oh snap. This is happening.
All right. Up top, Ace.
Me.
What do you got?
What do we see?
you see a great winged angel holding the pommel that and a flaming sword that you need, and it is about to start chopping you.
Okay, it looks angry. I'm gonna just.
It looks businesslike.
Okay. It looks hostile.
It looks. It is
Right.
here to test you.
Okay.
That is its purpose.
Do a little crossbow shoot.
Okay.
26 to hit.
Does hit.
And I'm going to do my psychic blades. So I need d6s.
Sounds good. Credo, can I have a pencil, please?
How many?
3 more.
A pencil. Thank you.
So 9 non-magical piercing damage, but
Mm-hmm.
19 psychic damage for 28 total.
Okay. Nice. So it's going to be 25 total. Because it's resistant.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep.
And I'm going. No, wait, I can't use inspiration with that. So, yeah, that's it for my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. Ace. King. King is the angelic figure. You see, stepping out from beside, out from the other elemental places, some other angelic forces.
Oh, multiple angel things?
Yes, multiple angel things.
Oh, fantastic.
Back to 5. We live in a world of 5s. That is what we do. Our main angel is going to the longsword. You can see has erupted into a brilliant, radiant light, and even though you hit it last, it rushes towards Hal.
Of course.
Does it
I'm
pass?
so relieved.
Does it pass by me at all?
It was like,
That's
here's
fine,
where
man.
I die.
Flies up and over.
I'm next to him. I was
You are.
near Hal.
You are. You guys are.
Opportunity.
Not
Not that
when
much.
it enters.
Yeah.
Not when it enters. When it
No,
leaves,
I know.
which I appreciate. And when it does leave, you guys will get that.
I just want to smack.
I know you're gonna get to smack. You're gonna get to smack. Have I ever denied you guys smacking?
Never.
When you guys want to smack, I let you smack.
Well, there was this red dragon in my first game.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know. I got rule lawyered. So there's that. Yes, it is absolutely going to hit with the first attack. We've got 2 more here. Ooh, natural 3 may not. Let's look at some. Plus 15, 18. I apologize, my friends. Oh yeah, misses. So he gets hit twice. I'm just gonna take some averages. That's. Yep. That's 40 points of damage per hit. So
Ouch.
Hal just took 80 points of damage.
Not doing well.
He's not doing great. So yeah, the angelic force comes rushing over, its blade gleaming in the darkness. 2 cuts swing straight through the lunarchist. The blitz of light that happens around him is almost blinding, and the third one, he finally regathers himself and dodges out of the way. The other angels are just summoned this turn. So, King, Queen.
Right. Can I get close? Can I just get close enough to my move to get to them, or?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Who do you want to get to?
The fire one is the one that attacked Hal, or?
Let's call it a radiant angel.
Oh,
yeah.
radiant.
Yeah.
And have the others rushed in?
No, they've only just emerged. The other 4 have only just emerged.
All right. All right. I'm gonna run up to that one, and then just kind of tag him with shocking grasp.
Okay.
It's gonna be natural 20.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Ah, I love that die.
He likes you too, apparently.
It's gonna be double to roll twice.
Your choice, but you have to decide before you do.
I'll roll twice. So
Okay.
that's going to be 9. Much better. 24 points of lightning damage,
Okay.
and following it up with bonus action for a weapon attack.
Okay.
That one.
Duality of man. Yeah, at the end of your turn.
Oh, and he cannot take reactions this turn.
Good to know. So that is, I think I did that right. At the end of the turn, it is going to use its legendary actions to release this wow, that would ruin you guys. Okay. This beaconing wave of brilliance. Need all of you to make wisdom saving throws, please.
I'm good at 2 saving throws.
Ooh, okay. 18.
Also 18.
8 without the team.
13.
15.
Does a natural one still count as a natural one?
It does. Does.
Cool.
Just
Just checking for a friend.
well, Hal barely saves.
At least one of us did.
Yeah, it's a DC 25 wisdom saving throw
Yeah.
Oh.
against
yeah.
being frightened.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah, no.
so you were frightened until the end of your next turn. So it's not the entire way. Any creature within 5 feet of Aurelia has disadvantage on the saving throw. So you would have, let's see, actually Hal does as well.
Oh, so
He's still okay. Disadvantage. You fail extra hard. There you go.
yeah.
So that is it for them. Queen, Jack,
Me.
Credo.
So for my action, I'm going to use stillness of mind
Mm-hmm.
to end the frightened effect.
Nicely done.
Is that a key point? No?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. Mark that off. And then I'm going to use my bonus action. Well, okay. So there's movement, there's action, and there's bonus action. So I
Correct.
can use bonus action, stillness of mind, then movement.
Is
Can I do it
stillness
that
of mind a
order?
bonus action?
Stillness of mind is my action.
Okay. You can do them in any order.
Okay, so action, stillness of mind, get rid of the effect, then movement. Don't know how far he is, but I probably can reach him.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, your
And
your
then
tremendous
using my
speed. Yeah.
bonus action, I cannot take flurry of blows, but I can take an armed strike.
Cool.
No, wait, I don't know if I can. It says when you use attack action. Fuck.
So no.
Can I fucking hit him?
Not
You
this turn.
you won't be able to get to him if you don't end
Oh,
the fear. So
oh, I would know this. If I just like fall to the ground, is it harder to hit me, or is it easier because it's
easier in melee, harder at range.
Right. Wait, no. Yes, hold up. I'm spending a key point to do patient defense. That's what I'm doing.
There you go.
There we go. Monks, man. Monks.
Okay. Jack, 10.
10.
Go for it.
Rothgar's going to look at Hal and just be like, "Did you know this?"
I had no idea. Kill it hard.
All right. And Rothgar's just going to be angry at the entire situation, and he's going to fly into a rage.
Nicely done.
Okay, so I'm using a rage. He's going to, upon entering a rage, he is no longer frightened.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to turn around and apparently directly next to this thing, and he's going to do 2 reckless attacks.
Go for it.
That'll be a 9 plus 12 for a 21.
Misses. 22 is the AC.
Oh, so close.
So close.
And that'll be 16 plus 12 for 28.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
So that one hits. So that's going to be 1d8 plus 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant. It's the +1 Morningstar magical damage.
Nice. Okay. Anything else, Rothgar?
Action, no need for movement, and
Bonus action was
bonus
to rage.
action was to rage. No, we did.
Okay. Sounds good. Yep. Hal is going to wheel about. He's going to just start punching. Punch and punch harder. And punch more. Natural 19 plus will hit. Natural 13 plus will hit. Will hit? Tell me. Yes. Barely hits. Good job, buddy. Live up to your name. Do your thing.
Do your lunar.
Yep. And he is actually I'm going to try a different Lunarchus build with him at the moment. He's going to awaken enlightenment. Or no. Yeah, precognitive form. We're going to go with that. So, he rolls for damage. Nicely done. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7.
7.
There you go.
I have fear on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at this point, the only thing I can do is move away from them, right?
So you cannot move closer. You can still attack. Your attacks are at disadvantage as
Okay.
long as you can see it.
We'll do that then. So we're going to go in. Darwin Hills. That's going to be a 19.
19 misses.
The second one would also be at disadvantage.
Yes.
That is going to be a 20, not that.
20 misses. 22 is the AC you're looking for. I know.
22, you said?
Yep.
Heard.
At the end of your turn, you are no longer afraid.
Cool.
You were on a 7?
Yes.
6, 5, 4, 3.
3.
3. What you got?
How messed up is Hal looking?
Messed up.
Yeah, he could. He's a tough dude. If he got hit with that again, he's out.
Cool.
Absolutely.
How close? He's right next to this thing.
He is right next to.
So
this
I'm not
thing.
getting close to that. So, but I don't think I would cast Cure Wounds at a disadvantage, right?
No, but if you can't move closer to it, you can't touch him.
Because he does not have a healing potion. I have the other one. Would Lesser Restoration drop the fear effect on me? If I use it on myself?
Yes.
So I'm going to use that on myself to kind of shake off the fear effect.
Good.
You fought liches with marital issues, Cinder. You can do this.
Well done, Cinder.
And she's going to try to dash close enough to him to hand off the other healing potion.
Okay. Yeah, you get close enough to him. You do hand it off. To him.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Anything else?
I think I still have bonus action, right?
I'm going to say bonus action is handing him the potion.
Okay.
Unless you want to do something different.
I'm going to activate Arcane Weapon, which would normally have been my bonus action.
Okay.
Let's spin that wheel and we will stop on Frost today.
Okay. Sounds good. So you don't hand him the potion. You activate the weapon
Oh
instead.
no, I'm gonna hand him the potion instead. So then, yeah, I'm gonna just because it would normally have been my attack, but I don't know if I want to attack this thing right next to it like that.
Well, you used your action to cast Lesser Restoration, right?
That's true. Action, lesser restoration, bonus action, hitting the thing, and my movement action. So I'm good,
So
actually.
you're good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I think you're the only one left.
Yep.
I was first.
You were first.
Yeah.
Then you're fine. Oh, that's right. You've got like 2 cards.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You don't get a second pass. That's Shadowrun nonsense. We're not doing that. That's Friday night. All right, new turn, new round.
Oh.
That does not
I did
work.
much quicker,
That does not
thankfully.
work. That
Yeah.
does work. Okay. Up top, ace, king,
King.
king,
King,
king.
I think you're probably a much
Yeah.
faster dex than I am.
Yeah. I have 20. So I will actually say in Celestial.
Ooh.
Hold on, gentlemen. This is all very sudden. I think we need to outline the terms of this engagement before we actually go into this. I think you need to set some rules, some things that you're expecting from us if this really is a test or something you want. And I'm going to cast Mass Suggestion.
Ooh.
Okay.
DC 18 Wisdom.
DC
on
18
the
wisdom.
5 of them.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, so far the others are just watching. It seems to be this one is the primary issue. But they are resistant to magic. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 16.
Failure.
It is going to use its legendary resistance.
Okay.
Yep.
Did the others,
The others are inactive right now. They're
can I suggest
observers.
that they explain to us the situation as this happens?
Yeah, they begin sort of a lengthy chanty dirge, which
Yeah.
will now underscore the rest of the battle. But you, those of you that speak and understand Celestial, know that this is a failsafe put in place as a test to see those who are worthy of wielding the point. So there you go. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll inspire Hal.
Oh,
Because
nice.
he needs it, probably.
King.
King?
Yes.
All right. This is gonna be fun. I'm still right next to Hell.
You are.
I haven't gotten to use this. How would haste affect his attacks?
Give him more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that thing.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So just kind of carefully duck behind Hal because I do not want to be in front of that thing because I'm quite squishy. So
Mhm.
I'm just gonna cast haste on him from behind.
Okay. Awesome.
Like, go ahead and drink that. It's safe. Don't worry. That one's labeled. And go fast. Gotta go fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds really good. We're gonna go fast. Anything else? King, queen.
Queen.
Go for it, Rothgar.
I'm
Queen.
going,
Queen's her too. So she's got a +7. I just looked.
to her dex. Well, I have a. You can tell.
Yeah. However, you are in melee, correct?
Oh, very.
And who else is in melee? Did you make it into melee?
I'm in melee.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
shocking grasp.
Yeah.
You're in melee. Okay.
Would I count as in melee?
No. You're behind.
Okay.
You're behind Hal. So you are okay because you specifically said, I ducked behind Hal to not be in melee. So you are A-okay, my buddy. Oh, wow. That's a cool thing they can do.
Oh, jeez.
I will do that later. This is my new favorite monster.
Oh, joy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
no.
It's also
Cute.
one of my favorite cards ever. Yeah, Ravnica. So, 3
Yeah,
attacks.
Magic, the Ravnicas. And,
Pulling something from Ravnica. Yeah. So 1, 2, and 3, and Hal is going to take the 4th.
And I am attacked with advantage.
Then let's do that first. Natural 1, natural 18 for
The 18 's gonna hit.
plenty plus. So that is 1 hit. It's going to be 40 points of damage.
So 20 points of damage.
Are you resistant to radiant?
You know what? I don't like the way you asked that question. No, I'm not.
It's 27 points of radiant plus 7 points. Hey, big raid! Thank you,
Big raid.
guys.
We got a raid.
We got a
It's
raid.
Indigo!
Indigo! Indigo, thank you guys. You're always awesome to us. You hang out on Indigo, don't you?
I do hang out on Indigo. Yes. If you guys want any information, tomorrow we are doing our campaign set in Wonderland. I play Tweedleday. She's super awesome. She's based off the Tweedles of Wonder. We also have a rogue over there who's based off of Mandrake Madigan, and a few different little characters that you'll see popping in there, such as Smiling Cat, things like that. And so please join us tomorrow as well if you guys have any time. Like, we'd really love to see you over there.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. We're in the middle of a test of worth with a great angelic spirit as the last Lunarchist and his compatriots attempt to forge the point, mythical Lunarchy blade, to give to the Lady of Blades, Lady of Pain, in sigil, so she'll let out the Emperor. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Thanks for being here, guys.
27 points of it is radiant.
Yes.
And
6 more. It was 12 divided to 6 for the rest of the
So
damage.
another 6.
Yep. So 33 total. Over here to Mac. 16 plus 17. Yeah, 15. 31. Absolutely. 9 plus 24 will hit you.
Since I took dodge, what does that mean?
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah.
So the first one was a 9. Second one was a natural 20. So we're going to stick with the 9.
Yeah.
So it was like a 31 to hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. And for Hal, natural 19, but he also took the dodge action down to 12. 27 is still enough to hit him. So 40, Hal at 40. So he is. And I lost my pencil. That's what I'm looking for. I'm good at this game, I promise. So, Queen, Jack. 10.
I have a Jack.
Oh,
I'm
Jack.
sorry.
Sorry.
Jack.
Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check first.
Okay.
But once we were done doling everything out,
Mm-hmm.
is he considered a flying creature?
Yes.
Is it too late to use a Skyblinder longsword on him for that attack on me?
You just got it. I will let you do
Okay. So using my reaction.
it. Mm-hmm. It has disadvantage on the attack.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll roll this one. That's a natural 20. So the attack will still hit.
Okay.
But it makes a con save or is
DC 15
blinded.
or he's blinded. Yeah.
Wow.
Natural 9 plus 14, 23.
Oh, plus 14.
That was always gonna.
Okay.
It was always going to be that way.
Even
Just-
a 1.
But worth a try.
Yeah.
If you got the reaction, keep doing it. It'll make him miss at some point.
Yeah.
At some point. All right. So Jack.
Jack.
Okay. Fine. Screw this guy. 2 hands. Start swinging into him.
Nice.
What is my? So first hit is going to be a 23 to hit.
Does hit.
Sweet. I'll just roll all 3 then. Do
Please.
damage
Yeah.
afterwards.
Please.
That's a nat 1,
That does not.
and that is a 19.
19. 19 misses.
All right, so only one of them.
Yep. 22 is the AC.
All right, so only one of them hits. I was 2-handed with a longsword. That is 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Got it.
And he has disadvantage on the next spell I hit him with.
Nice. Okay, Jack.
I'm going up to anybody who's got somebody within 5 feet of them.
You guys are all ganging
all
up on
Awesome.
on
Cool,
this
cool. Dope.
big
Let's
angel
go.
thing.
Shit
I
stomp
want
on
to
the
make sure
angel.
I can hit it first. Not on that one. Mm-hmm. That's a 21. I need a 22.
22.
You do.
No. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
10. Credo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to it and try to hit it like a lot of times.
All right. Do it.
Yeah, I've got 2 staff hits and 2 flurry of blows hits.
Mhm.
I'll do 3 at a time. 27. Okay, 2 staff hits. I'm pretty sure they're +9 because it's +6 from the thing. +3 for the thing. Sorry, I didn't have this prepped because I was foolish and didn't think of it. You know how you do. How I do.
I got you. No, I feel you.
Oh no, it's +3 because it's +3 from the staff and +3 from my dex, right?
Mm-hmm. And your proficiency.
Oh shoot, yeah. That's why that part comes from. So it's 6 and 5. It's +11. Cool. So 1 is to 21.
Miss.
The other one's not that. So 2 staff hits miss. And I'll do 2 flurry blows
Mm-hmm.
hits, I guess. Okay, they're both 17s, but yeah, that's 20. And then do I add my proficiency to those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so 25 on both.
Mhm.
Okay, two flurry blows hits back.
Yeah,
Roll
those hit.
some
Those
damage.
definitely hit.
2 and a 6, so 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
As I just how big is this thing?
It is large. So it is actually it's just medium sized, but the wings are massive. The wings are quite big. It's about the size of Rhine.
Okay, so like a big person.
A
Like
big
not a
person.
giant.
Yeah, not a giant. Just a big person.
Yeah, so tell me if this is stupid to try to like hit the arm that's carrying the sword to make it drop the sword.
It is not. It is not stupid to do that.
Okay. How I could do it. Probably.
So you will need to forego an attack next turn to attempt to disarm it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it'll be an opposed athletics check.
All right. Cool.
Absolutely.
So I just hit it in the arm twice.
Okay.
For that.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, 8 points of damage. After you do that, it is going to once more burst with fear. I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws.
No, it's a 25, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
But it doesn't affect me because I'm raging.
you're raging.
I'm physically incapable of getting that high.
Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
Me too.
I'm gonna spend my indomitable,
Spend your indomitable. Do remember you can spend a key point to re-roll.
and that's still not.
Aren't you
gonna be
proficient
enough.
in all saving throws yet? Are you?
Don't think so.
Okay,
I
then
think
that's
I might be at 4. No, that's 14. I can
next level.
I can force I can take away disadvantage on things, but I can't
Nice.
do that
Okay.
yet. So
Yeah, Diamond Soul. Yeah, it's 14th.
that's not cool.
Not enough still.
Nope, I'm at 21. I almost got away
You
with
were
it.
so close. You were so close. Hal rolls a natural 17 plus 10, so 27.
Yay!
Yeah, when the radiance beams over you guys, and he sees sort of that fear regrip you, and he looks up at this angelic thing, and he goes, "Guys, we're not getting anywhere. We've got to reassess." That was a 10, 9, 8. He's going to ready an action. And he yells at Matt Credo, Tide, back up. So he's telling you guys to back up. You're in a rage. He knows better.
Yeah.
He's like, Rothgard, you do you.
You do you.
You do you. I believe in you.
It's what he would tell a rescue.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Because he would say rescue run, he'd be like,
Yeah, exactly. So that is it for his turn. He readies an action. and he's going to take patient defense once more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, nobody. New round.
Yes.
Up top, ace.
Ace.
Go for it, guys.
I think you have a higher dex than me, probably.
Actually, I think you have the higher dex.
I do?
I have
Okay.
a +3. What do you
Oh,
got?
never mind.
Yeah, you do then.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh. He'll patient defense, and he's going to dodge action and drink your potion.
He's also got the haste on him.
Right. So,
so he's
he
got
can.
an extra action.
He's got a. So he can. He's going to attack. I mean, he can get one in for that. That'll hit. Nice. Hey, 14 points of damage. Thank you. Okay.
I didn't say it last turn.
What?
I forgot to say I wanted to go frenzy,
Ah,
but I didn't say it. So, that being said, I'm going to take 2 attacks, both at reckless.
mm-hmm.
The first one I'm going to spend a superiority dice on and try to do a tripping strike.
Nice. Do it.
Because all the dice. What? So sorry. Yeah, that's gonna miss. That's 6, 7, 8. That's a 9 plus 12 is gonna be 21. That's some bullshit. The second one, oh yeah,
Wait.
of course, is gonna be for 30.
1 second. Have you been counting the fact that I gave you the enhanced weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good check.
Good check though.
Mhm.
Good check.
Yeah, so 30 for the second attack.
Okay.
So that'll be 1d8 plus 7. So that'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 damage.
Okay.
And I will become very, very angry at this and
Yeah,
go into a
absolutely.
frenzied rage.
Absolutely. And the frenzy overcomes you. You do it. You did not attempt to trip her,
I did, but it didn't hit.
but it didn't hit. That's what I
Yeah.
was checking. Okay. Do you declare that before or after? Double check. I think you declare it after it hits.
Because I have to spend the superiority dice.
Sometimes the superiority die adds to the damage. Sometimes it adds to the 2 hit. Just double check for me.
Yeah, you guys go do.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Ace,
That was the other ace.
please.
Part of that, I kind of want to see how that turns out if she trips because of what I was planning to do.
I will let you know she doesn't.
Okay. Because I'm going to cast web.
Because she has unyielding as a reaction. When subjected to an effect that would move, knock her prone, or both, she can use her reaction to neither be moved nor knocked prone.
So that's how you know.
That's how I know. But it matters if it takes her reaction.
Mhm.
So please do still check.
Yes.
Because I plan to use web.
Web.
to try to
Okay.
restrain her.
You guys are all together. And web has an area of effect to it.
Okay. Thank you. Trip attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to knock the creature down. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
Great.
So that was a 6. So it's 13 plus 6, so that'll be 19.
Another 6 points of
And
damage.
if the target is large or smaller, it must make a saving throw. On a failed save, you knock the target prone.
It doesn't bother with the saving throw. It just uses its reaction.
But
And-
it uses a reaction.
Yeah, it uses its reaction. When it does, you guys notice that Hal, realizing that its focus is off of him because he is not healthy. He disengages, and you see him rush over to. He goes to the reflecting pool.
Okay,
You're-
so Hal has disengaged.
Yeah.
And the rest of the party doesn't look terrible, right?
You guys tell you.
But Hal does.
Well, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
look over
Hal
and
looks-
I'm scared of that anyway, because that's a whole lot of nope.
Yep.
I'm gonna go chase Hal down to try to heal him up.
Okay.
Yeah, Mac and I are really the ones who
Got smacked.
got smacked around.
Yeah.
Do you guys look terrible or?
I'm okay.
I'm still in green.
He's fine.
I still got triple digits.
So I'm gonna go ahead and spend actually a second level cure wounds on him.
Okay.
So that would be 2d8 if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is. Plus your casting modifier, which should be your intelligence.
And where's the other? There it is. That is 11.
11. Nice. Thank you.
It's okay. I've noticed a lot of people here are really good at dying.
We do excel at it. Okay. Ace, King. King is Hal. Hal, over by the reflecting pool, is going to. He takes a moment, centers his mind. He reaches down into the pool. And as he draws the water up, it sort of coalesces into a chunk of ice. And he's
Freaking waterbender.
well, he's making stuff up as he goes at the moment. And he's just gonna hurl it at her wing. Yeah, absolutely. You see the ice pierce the angel's wing. It rapidly burns off, but it drops from flying onto the ground. That is gonna be Hal's turn. He moves away from Kez up to where the roots are.
Okay.
Okay. Ace, King, Queen. Go for it.
I'm just gonna vicious mockery.
Go for
I
it.
think. I'll say, hey, your dumb test is only slowing us down, stupid, in Celestial.
Okay.
And
The rest of the Celestials stop. They're like, hey. Then they
wisdom
pick up the
saving throw.
dirge. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Natural 17 plus 7, 24.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Sorry.
I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's all I'm doing this turn.
Okay. Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 9.
Dope. So we're gonna go ahead and try
Oh,
this.
10. 10 is her. Sorry.
Oh.
10 is her. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby.
Wait, who was 2?
1, 2.
Okay.
3, 4.
Okay.
You have advantage? Advantage against you?
Yeah, you have
Yep.
advantage against me. You're gonna hit anyways.
Natural 17. Yep.
33 damage.
Yes. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Misses.
Hey. Well, then we're gonna follow up on that. Not 29.
Shield.
Okay.
No, actually, no.
Yeah, I
not
can
shield.
dodge if I can.
Skyblinder.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Oh no, she's not flying anymore.
Yeah,
She's not.
fine.
Okay, so shield.
Shield. There you go. Okay. That is it for them. So
Can I have
40.
20 for it?
You can.
Dope.
40 down to 20.
33.
33 and miss and a miss. Okay. You are. It was going to attack you, but when it missed Mac, it was like, what? No, we're gonna do that again. And
I did
then
not miss. I hit harder.
exactly. And then Mac made her miss again. And it was like, oh. Like so far it's been spreading out the damage nice and evenly, but now it knows what it must do. Okay. 10, 9.
9.
Go for it.
Okay, here's my first one. I'm so not great today. That is a nat 20 though. So we're
Hold
gonna
on.
go ahead.
You're afraid. So that was your first attack.
23.
23. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
You
that.
can't sneak attack while you have
I
disadvantage.
can't sneak attack while I have disadvantage. So I'm gonna roll this one so that it's not wrong. And then it is gonna be
And you're never going to come back to the table because
9 points of damage. No,
I am
that's
so
not
sorry.
true. Todd's just gonna run home with her tail between her legs.
Oh.
She's gonna be like, "What the heck happened?"
Okay. Mac.
Is this kind of a humanoid?
No, it is a celestial.
Okay.
Humanoid shape, not of humanoid make.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, since I still am feared,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna start backing up a little bit. But just to kind of get everyone else a little bit, lightning lure.
Okay,
And since I had smacked her with the weapon last round, she's disadvantage on that strength save.
that's right. But when you disengage from her, she is going to make her attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So that's her reaction for this round. 25.
My AC is still 30 because shield is up.
Is it until the end of your
Oh.
turn or the start of your turn?
Let me double check that.
I believe it's till the start.
Until the start of the next turn. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, my AC is 25.
So that would hit.
It's on the dot.
Okay. Wow. 25 AC. So 40 points of damage.
Ow.
You shouldn't look rough, Mac.
How many will change soon?
Lightning lure.
Yeah, let me know, and she has it at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. So she has advantage on magical effects, so it's going to be a flat roll.
Okay. And it's a DC 18.
DC 18. She rolled a natural 8 plus 8, 16. She failed.
Yeah.
All right.
What's
so,
that do?
So I would have backed up 15 feet, so I'm out of range. She gets yanked 10 feet towards me.
Great.
She's going to take 3d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
That's going to be 11 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Following it up, bonus action, smack with the longsword.
Okay.
Which that is a... That's a 15 to hit.
15 to hit.
Yeah.
Misses.
Yeah.
Okay. But so she is no longer in melee with you or Credo. You guys have a moment, a little bit of breathing room as she has focused her attention on Mac.
Like, I think I pissed her off. Get her.
That you were on a 9?
9, yeah.
8.
Me.
Credo.
Okay, so first of all, free action, just like yell to Hal. Oi, you got any special ideas how to beat this thing?
I don't know. Use the elements because we punched it and it hits much harder than we do. And we are not getting very far.
That's a fair point. So I'm gonna go and grab like pieces of rock
Mm-hmm.
from where we split it apart with hammers.
Yeah.
Put them in my sling and chuck it.
Go ahead. Before you do that,
Yeah.
roll a d20, add your wisdom modifier to it.
Okay. Got it, my wisdom.
Mhm.
Good. 11 plus 3, 14.
14. You,
Oh, I'm sorry. I can do it. Is this a fear thing?
no.
Okay, no.
No. This specifically is not.
Okay.
Okay. So as you are gathering the rock and you being a monk have a way of peacefully attuning to your natural surroundings,
Yeah.
even though you are a very different type of monk.
Yeah. So, like,
But there still is that
I can
that
vibe.
stillness of mind and body. Those are aspects of monks that are always there. So as you begin to gather the rocks, you see that they begin to almost psychically respond to
Sick.
you and gather together and leap into your sling. So you're normally at disadvantage because you would be afraid. I'm going to let you roll this one flat.
hey, sick. So I've got a double attack, so I do that twice. When I use attack action, I get 2. Because...
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right, one's an 18, one's a 15. They're plus 8 each,
So the 15 plus 8 will hit.
and the 18 plus 8. Okay, they both hit. It's a 15 and 18.
Oh, 18. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so both hit.
Yeah.
They both hit D8s.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, 7 and 2.
Okay.
That's
7
9.
and 2, 9.
With just rooks.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, just for like character purposes, like you see me, I have this like really shitty, oily looking, raggish like robe on with this crappy rope belt. I unhook it, like untie it, it's a sling. The robe like drops off badassly, and I'm like just ripped. I have just like a like bandage top on. Let's go. Hua!
Nice. You guys see when the rocks hit the celestial body, It almost as though it's petrifying. It begins to creep up and over and starts to slow it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. New round.
No.
What's up?
And fear's already broken, yeah?
At the end of your turn. Yep.
Okay.
Fear only lasts till the end of your turn. Ace.
Oh, me.
Ace is the bad guy.
I didn't know I don't have fear, but I'm still going to do a fifth level cure wounds on Mac,
Okay.
and I don't have enough d8s. That's enough d8s.
Okay.
Oh, I like looking at 8.
2 1s though. 24, and I'll inspire Tide. That's
Dope.
my last inspiration, I think.
That's a D10 I take.
Yes,
Okay.
and then that's it for me.
Also on an ace, and technically would have gone before, but it doesn't affect what you do. It's going to, even though it's right next to Mac, now having some distance from Rothgar, turns around, raises a hand, and this helixing spiral of radiant fire and lightning bursts out from her hand.
Oh, I'm taking all of it.
Yeah, 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah. I was like, damage. I'm cool with that. But
Yep.
Give me that.
It is, it is radiant damage.
Yeah.
That is 54 points of radiant damage.
Cool.
And you watch as her wounds begin to close.
Oh,
In
she stole
response.
some of my life.
She
Oh,
did. She did steal the
That-
life force.
That rude son of a gun.
Yep. That is going to be it for her main turn. Ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9. 9 is Hal.
Somebody.
Brilliant round for us, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hal looks at Creed and goes, good job. Get the fire. And he's gonna grab from the yoke, and you see where he normally, before he was pulling down like twigs.
Yeah.
You see one of the roots come out, and it's gnarled, but it's definitely pointed and twisted in this odd kind of spiraling javelin, and he's gonna hurl it. He's gonna chuck it at her. Natural 20 will hit. Yes, nicely done. The roots pierce through her body, and you watch as her feet become rooted to the ground. She is stuck. She ain't going anywhere. So, you were 9 as well?
No, I'm saying that.
9.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No
I
worries.
always blank out. I do. 8.
8.
There you go.
You're too deep in the
So,
fiction.
first thing she's gonna do is she's going to dip the sword into the fire. I don't know if this would count too much, but dip the sword into the fire that's been right there, and then she's gonna attack with it.
Okay.
So,
And
Make
you
a-
have,
Make a
you
wisdom
have
check.
advantage.
a wisdom.
Yeah, make a wisdom check. Just D20 plus wisdom.
Sure, you don't want like a dex check?
No, I want a wisdom check.
That's an 8.
You got a chance.
Okay.
Let's see how the elements feel about you today.
Please, Mr. Fire, I have fire on me. We're cool. We're buds.
Now 12. 12 is what you needed. So the metal gets hot, but the fire doesn't attune with you. It doesn't respond to you.
Okay, cool. So that first attack does not hit, and then we're gonna try with this one. Oh my gosh, dice! Why are you like this to me today? It's not
Oh,
good.
you have advantage. It is restrained at this point.
Okay, so that first one's not gonna hit. That's a little better. Where are you?
You also have the inspiration.
Yeah, I do have that one. Okay, so that's a 25.
25 does hit.
But you,
Here's
you're
what
at
I-
advantage, so you can roll for 20.
Yeah. Roll the second one.
We don't test fate like this.
I gotta push it.
But I can take my sneak attack.
You can.
Okay, so
Such a beautiful sound.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39.
39. Nicely done.
come back to me.
Okay. 8, 7.
7.
Go for it.
I think
Sevens.
you're dexier than I am.
Might be a bit dexy.
3.
I only
What's
got.
that?
Oh, it's +3 for me too.
What's that?
What's your dex? +3, +4?
My dex, yeah, +3.
Yeah,
Okay.
16.
Yeah, same. Go ahead. If you
Dang.
want it. If you
I
want
mean, I'm just.
Whatever you guys want. Go for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead.
Credo, you're a
okay.
monk.
You're
So
doing
we've
fun
used-
things.
I'm
just hitting.
So we've used the rock,
Mm-hmm.
the water, because Hal used water.
Yep.
No, we haven't used.
Fire.
No,
we
no,
need
no,
fire
we did oak
and
because
wind.
he did oak as well.
Yep.
So that leaves fire and
Gale.
fire and gale,
Gale.
have not
Yep.
been used. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to think of a way. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the wind.
I think he told you to use fire.
He said,
Oh, no, he
asked you
told
to
me.
go
Oh,
to
sorry.
fire.
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
you're closer to the fire.
Brilliant. I go over to the fire,
Mhm.
and yeah, I have these like clay balls I use in my sling,
Yeah.
and so I'm just going to take one in my hand and stick it, like touching the fire.
Make a wisdom check.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. That's awesome. That's a 6.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh.
Listen, I just am so attuned to the
The-
vibes.
the
It's
fire-
about the vibes.
The fire leaps onto your clay billet.
Cool. And I'm gonna try to fling it.
Go for it.
Try to fling 2 of them or just 1?
1 is the important one.
Okay, cool. Well,
You
that's
do
not
you do
sad.
have advantage because it is restrained.
That's 13 plus 8, so it's still not good. Do it, is it?
21.
No.
No, you can do it again, but you need another
Another
wisdom check,
Okay. Yeah, I'll try again.
please.
Be like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Shite. 13.
I rolled a 6.
Cool. Yeah, the vibes. Yeah, advantage. Don't suck. Don't suck. Yeah, 16 plus 8 will do it.
That will do it. 24. Okay. So the fire catches along the roots, the mold, not the mold, the rock that has crept across it. It is seemingly burning from within as the flames
Wow.
creep across it. And you guys are seeing now, it looks very much like the tattoo on Hal's back. Very similar in the arrangement of the elements and the pieces that look like they are part of it. Okay. You were on a
So my 7.
7.
Even in my frenzied state, I realize what's happening here.
You were in a, yeah.
So I'm just going to be like, best thing I can do is keep it occupied.
There you go.
So I'm just going to yell, why'd you take it away? Come on over and take 3 hits, which are with advantage. So
They
don't
are.
need to be reckless.
You do not need to be reckless.
So let's go. First hit will be. How were you both rolling 3s at the exact same time? First
It's like
one
the
misses.
third time that's happened.
Yeah, no, it's the weirdest thing. There we go. That'll be a 22,
Barely.
and that'll be a nat 20.
Okay. You got the nat 20 on the 22. It's going to parry. Adds +7 to its
Yeah, that one will hit. That one
AC.
will hit.
So it's just the
So-
one hit.
That's going to be 1d8. Add an extra damage dice for 2d8.
Mhm.
Well, I have 2 because I am my level that I'm at now.
Great.
Right?
Yep. And so you should be rolling 4d8.
Oh yeah, could I have a d8?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
One normal,
One normal, one
critical,
crit, and then
brutal,
2 vertical,
critical, brutal.
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
Cool. 10, 14 plus that button. So it's going to be 14 plus 7, so that'll be 21 plus 3 for 24.
Nice. 24.
Put more. Stupid. Poopy.
Oh, the barbarian sat at critical.
No.
Okay. 7. Anybody left?
6.
6. Mac.
Where's the wind?
on the other side of it.
Other side of it.
But you could get there.
Would I be able to get there and back in the same move? Or is that too far?
That's too far. If you action surge,
Yeah.
Is a parry reaction?
yes.
He wouldn't be able to get you.
That's true. All right. So, Rothgar, keep him busy. Run. Go to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom save then?
Wisdom check.
Oh, wisdom check.
Yep.
Okay.
Just D20 plus wisdom.
Oh, that's also why I'm not doing this.
That's a 4.
6. You reach in your hand and you can feel the wind curling around it, but just like attempting to grasp it, it doesn't hold.
Would that be like a bonus action or action to do that, or
You can attempt it with every attack that you can make. So
I can make?
you can attempt twice more.
All right. That's a natural 19, so that's a 21.
You collect a bit of the wind, feeling it curl about in your fingers. You can feel it just sort of trace, almost like a looping figure 8 between each of your fingers. You know that it is there. What would you like to do?
Can I try to get a second bit of it?
Sure.
Because that'll pretty much be all 3 attacks.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 6. Okay. Then action surge, rush back to it, and just start unloading into it.
So action surge is going to be your dash action
Oh,
to get back to it.
okay. Then yeah, to get back to it then.
Okay. So you come rushing back with the wind. Okay. Anybody left?
Yep.
I apologize. I thought you guys went earlier. I was so used to you being
Nope.
for me being last. I apologize. Guys, go ahead.
That's okay. Let's see. I am nowhere near Mac right now, right?
No, you're not. You're over by Hal. So you're about 30 feet away.
I'm gonna Misty Step closer to Mac
Nice.
and hit him with haste.
Absolutely.
Good move.
I have just created the world's first freight train. You are welcome.
Choo choo.
So the haste falls off of Hal.
Oh, let this be ace. Let this be ace.
Okay. Anybody left? New round.
It is an ace.
Well
I
done.
also have an ace.
Hey. Max got the wind. It's up to you guys, though.
Mac, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it away.
All right. So haste gives me another attack.
Another
does.
act. Yeah.
All right. Screw it. Let's go for all 3 attacks.
Okay.
No, all 4 attacks.
Right. So you only have 2 bits of wind.
2 bits of wind. Okay.
So first
Uh,
attack.
And it's advantage because he's restrained.
Correct.
All right. That's a 22.
Oh,
Barely. But it does.
All right. Do you want to roll the second attack?
You don't need to. As the
That's a 9.
as the wind creeps up the blade, you go to carve into the celestial entity, and it's like taking a practice swing. There is literally nothing between you. The wind that curls around the blade begins to scatter and puts out the fire. It melts the water. It's like just ash and dust. It scatters across the floor. And as it goes spreading out, you hear something clunk, 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 onto the ground. And down there on the ground is this short-handled, actually medium-handled, hand and a half, hilt of black ebony wood. The pommel is a perfect circle with a full moon face and a new moon face on the backside, and then very narrow up where the it would meet the blade is the rest of the cycles. They're both the pommel and the hilt are platinum inlaid with gold It is ostentatious, but beautiful and simple, and ostentatious is probably the wrong word, but
High quality.
rich. It's definitely a blade for a famed weapon, a hilt for a famed blade.
Yeah, I'll put my sword away and just pick up that handle.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out the ore that I got from before. It's like, well, I think I know what we need to do now.
Are the other angels just sort of chilling?
Yeah, they're finishing their dirge. They're watching.
Yeah, I made them do a dirge.
It was nice. You could like harmonize.
Now they're finishing it, but
Next time.
So Hal, and just kind of flip it over, hand it to him.
Much appreciated, but I'm not the smith here, and he'll hand it over to Kez. Cinder. I apologize.
I'll help.
Nothing to say. I've never exactly made a legendary anything. The last time I tried to make a legendary something with Jameson 1.0, we all saw how that turned out. So
Listen, first time for everything, and we can have some nice background music on.
yeah, I do
Want
have
me to
one more
help?
inspiration
yes, please.
that I will use.
Cinder?
So
I want you to know I have the full and utmost confidence in you. Take one bardic inspiration. D6.
Okay.
I'll let you do it as well. Go
And,
for it.
and a D10.
Yeah,
Okay. So
I'm going to play a very rhythmic drum beat.
Yes.
I'll be helping her out. So
Gives
advantage.
good
Wonderful.
direction
Okay.
and stuff.
So which?
So here's what we will do first. It's all going to be smithing.
Mhm.
So you add your proficiency times 2. We know that the whole way through, right? So that's going to be 10. The first one is going to be we're going to do a strength check, an intelligence check, and a constitution check. Okay.
Cool.
One to work the metal, one to know how to work the metal, and con is to endure the process
And
of forging.
these two I would only roll once each. right?
Correct.
Cool.
And
So
is there any way
if
we
I'm
can
helping
help
her,
She
all
has
three?
advantage on the whole way through.
Okay.
Yep. You guys are it is a team effort.
I'm gonna take the first one for strength. Like I'm gonna use the D10 on that because oof.
You can roll first.
Okay.
Okay.
14, 16,
16 plus strength is a 17.
plus 10.
So
Oh, yeah.
17 plus 10, 27 on the first one.
You need a 30.
So let's go
Roll that
ahead and
dice.
roll
A
that
little bit of
D10
D10.
plus 6.
Perfect. I rolled 3d10 and came up with 3 zeros. So the metal is extremely dense, and just getting it heated to a molten point is an effort.
Poor Cinder's like.
These drums are difficult too.
No,
But- Let's do the con one next, please.
The con one. Okay. That'll probably take the D6 on. Oh, let's leave that at first. 17 plus, so 19 plus the 10, 29.
That's a success.
Whew. I drink a lot of strange things.
Mhm.
I'll have you all know.
Very proud of you. You're doing a great job.
There are far more things that have been in my mouth that should not have been. You can take that as
Never
you
mind.
want.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going for it.
Great sister.
I know. I once had a
Involved in
dead
there.
mouse in there. I didn't sleep for a week.
And now the intelligence one, right?
Please.
That's the one I rolled not as well on. Let's take the 6. Okay, so
10, that'd be 10
14,
there.
24.
That's a success.
Yeah. One legendary weapon later.
The final moments, you press the hilt into the molten bit of blade. You can hear it affixing. You allow it the time necessary to cool the ports that you pour the water into, the sizzle of the steam and the air that comes out. The last thing to do is to break the stone that you have seen. Split it apart and draw the blade from it. Are you going to do that, or are you going to ask someone else to do it?
Someone got a bloody big hammer.
Let's ask for some help. Mac, please be gentle. I'm not making another one.
So attack roll, strength check.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, boy. Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
4.
You raise the hammer, and you guys have actually done this before. You did it with the glass one, right? You know the process. You get the handle in there. You hit the stone opens up. The blade stands. You draw it out. But there's something here that is a mental block. It's similar to it being under the sanctuary spell, where you cannot act against it unless you have a strong enough will of personality.
I just
Can I-
gotta say, listen, I don't know if it's about just hitting the stone really hard. I think you've got to sort of just gotta like touch it and like focus on like I think you've got to like listen to it. And I try to like karate chop.
Okay. Make a wisdom save.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yep. I rolled like shit. I rolled like shit. I have a 6.
You karate and you do not chop.
Please,
Fuck.
please, all of you, this is how it is done. And I take out the tinier hammer that he gave me.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to go up, hand on hilt, lean into the side, and just God help me if this rolls really
It's so
well.
good.
It'll be
It's
the
so
best.
good. Come on,
It's
come on.
not gonna happen.
But like it has to.
No, 5.
Bloody hell.
I'll try singing.
Yeah, maybe a bard's delicate.
I am literally the
musical touch.
least skillful person here, maybe.
No, I have a +0.
Okay,
I've got
yeah.
plus
I have a
3.
D10 with your name on it that says otherwise. I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm just saying, like it had your name, so I'm keeping it. But
Anybody else?
Might as
Maybe
well.
since I made it, maybe I should be the one to get it out of there.
Give it a
Yeah,
shot.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, you good luck.
Just gonna pull out the actual like little working hammer and try. Nope. I almost had it in a 17. It rolled back over to a 3.
Bloody hell.
You know what? I'm just going to try it again.
Wait,
Well, wait.
yeah.
I mean we could let the bard try.
I'll play it like a drum.
Okay.
Nice.
Wisdom save.
17.
17. No.
Bloody hell. Kitty cat.
Okay.
Tide, you got this.
She's just gonna go up to it, and I assume because of how it's a sword and everything and molten and all that, she's gonna take her claw and start
Yeah.
going around the edge like you do a brownie pan
Oh.
Mhm.
to try to wiggle it out. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna add
Okay.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. And then what do I add as well, or is it just a straight?
No,
it's a
it's your
wisdom.
wisdom
Wisdom
saving
saving
throw.
throw.
Mhm. 22.
22. No.
Hey,
Should we just take the block?
I
The
we take
Just
the L.
take
try, and we
For-
haven't thought about how.
I was
Oh, sorry.
waiting for you guys to give it a go. You're fine. So you'll walk over and sort of shake it, and he pulls it out.
Respect.
Oh, I gotta know what was the DC.
Listen, we loosened it for you, though.
DC was Lunarchy. That was the
Oh,
DC. Yeah.
Are there any scraps of the metal still or excess?
There are some. Yeah. For you can gather up. You can essentially replace the chunk that you used in the forging with the smaller bits from the stalagmites.
Okay. So I'm just going to gather up as much as I can.
The blade is long. It is finely honed. It is flexible and yet sturdy. And when he pulls it from the stone, you hear the stone scrape along the edge. And what had been a pure black metal, when it went into the stone, creeps out, and the edge, rather than being a reflective chrome of steel or silver, is a deep bronzing gold. that is much more reflective of the yellow of moonlight than the brightness of the day. And Hal sort of holds it, balances it, and he looks at it very mournfully for a moment. And then he'll go to Rothgar and say, open the bag.
Opens the bag.
And Hal puts the blade inside there.
Are you sure it's what you want to do?
That's not for me.
I mean, almost.
Um,
Like one fire elemental dragon type thing away.
I know. But
Oh, we can make another.
we'll see. Cinder,
Listen. No, listen. You know, skill only increases over time. You know this.
you
Next one will be even better.
you all have been tremendously impressive tonight. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It was nice. It was a nice visit. It's nice to see a different time. Let's get our way back. Well done. Well done, all of you, honestly. And you keep that blade. That's for some deity lady in a mystery city. If she doesn't want it, then I'll take it. But if not, but until then, I am not above coveting things. So,
I just like look at his butt, look at Tide, over mental ink, say, me neither, and wink.
We still all got it. Still everyone.
Booze.
he's like on the elevator during that. He's like, "All right, what's going on? Are you guys coming? What's going? Are we?"
Yeah, run
Oh,
away.
okay.
Can I have
Alright.
taken a small stone or something from that room?
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm just limping along. Just,
Yeah,
Mac, are you okay?
ow. I think I need to power down for a little bit.
Okay.
You're doing better than me, buddy.
We'll get you guys both home and patched up and full bellies or whatever you have, Mac.
We'll get you guys a nice bit of rest. Hopefully, they found Daigo, or we can make it back to his domicile, and then we're only a week to 10 days out. So, thank you guys.
Can I have like a really, really short little moment?
Sure.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like tries to like get him apart and say just like it's been a really long time since I've met anyone who, you know, could teach me stuff like that. Like taught me the forms earlier. I really appreciate it. Maybe we could do it again sometime.
Sure. Absolutely. I'm not much of a teacher, but I'm always happy for a companion.
Seems like a great one to meet.
Well, I have my own students that say otherwise, but thank you. It's very kind of you.
Of course. Yeah,
Um,
so that's to have that because he's like a monk.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
parent figure. Daddy figure. Sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. Well done, guys. You have acquired the point. It is a monk blade. I'll develop the stats and put them up on our Discord for everybody to enjoy. Up next, you have a decision to make. You can attempt to go into Sigil and barter your way in, or head to Sanctuary and visit the Eldritch machine below, if you can sneak your way there. A
Sanctuary.
dangerous task. Yeah, oh yeah, Rothgar's been to Sanctuary.
Rothgar's been. They know him well. Guys, it wasn't fun. Rothgar got lost in the mountains for a month.
Oh my god.
But you got out.
Yeah,
Eventually.
after a month.
Listen, who does it?
What's a month get in there?
It ruined his clothes. He was unhappy.
He was, yeah.
It terrified Jim Avire. He hasn't come back.
Yeah, no. With that month, Jim Avire, he was like, what?
Having to listen to Rothgar complain about everything for an entire month, I'd get her. I wouldn't come back.
Listen, Rothgar needs to meet Carlos's new character, Riker, who's literally like his backstory is like he's like just been in the mountains for 20 years. They'll be BFFs.
Good game, guys. Good game, team. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a nice night. We're gonna be back on Wednesday. I'm gonna see if we can do a bonus thing tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, but I really want to, but we won't know. So thanks for hanging. Do you guys have anything else you want to say? Any closing thoughts? Well, thank you, Indigo Chameleon, for the raid. No. It was not a puzzle thing. You guys, these were skill challenges far more than they were puzzles. You didn't have information to be like, I know the answer to this puzzle. Also, like I pulled this monster from Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica.
What was it?
Aurelia, the war leader of the Bordos.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, the Bordos NPC. Yeah, it's a DC 23, and I was like, if I played this right, I could murder you. And I was like, I don't want to. To be fair, you guys did 2/3 of its hit points.
That's not bad.
No, you did tremendous. So please don't feel bad about anything you guys did. You did absolutely great. But I was like, that seems like an odd test for the Lunarchy to be like, just be super strong, just get ripped and punch this thing a lot. I was like, no, let's do like a little element and peacefulness thing, and that felt a little better.
Yeah,
so
next thing that was going to happen was the Wanship was going to come out another like 7 charges of magic missile.
Right. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to say goodnight. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you next time. But until then,